What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another live stream. What's good? I see you guys down there. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What's good? We got Sentry, who was the first one in the chat here, putting his little eyes down there. I see you. We also got the NFL kid in the chat. We have some sign guy in the chat as well. General Davis, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Who else we got? Who else we got? Who we got? Who we got? Say hello. Say hello. Don't be shy. We also have the Baseball Brothers Academy. I see you. Welcome to the stream. Green Juice. Hello. 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 How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yes, some sign guy. You're a member. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being a member of the Midnight Army, the best membership squad in the YouTube land. So you should be flaunting that, man. Like that's a high honor. All right, who else we got? I think I said hello to Adrian. We got Frost Aiden in the chat as well. Hello, Wombo Combo. Yeah, I like that name. That's a good name. I like that. Keep that name. It's catchy. It rolls off the tongue very smoothly. Do you gift memberships? I mean, I can't gift the memberships. Only members can gift memberships. It's weird, right? It's weird. Like, you think that the owner of the channel would be able to gift members, but the only way I can gift members is if I become a member on some ghost secondary channel, which I got plenty of ghost secondary channels. Let's not kid ourselves here. We got plenty of those to go around. We got to get them likes up somehow. I'm kidding. Yo, thank you, General Davis, for the $2 super chat, bro. Thank you. Stream night, yes, midnight stream night. That's what we're doing right now. You believe it. Yo, thank you, bro. But yeah, if I had another account, then yes, I can share that. I can share more gifts. I have to just buy those. I have to become a member and then buy the memberships for people. Yo, thank you, some sign guy, for the $2 super chat. Top 3 streamers in the word right here. In the word. Yeah, I got what you said there. Yo, thank you so much, Cyan. That always means a lot. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for being a member, and thank you for the $2 super chat, bro. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. And it's weird because I'm not even considered like a full-on streamer because I just make videos here on the channel. So that's awesome. Maybe at some point I could maybe stream more again. I don't know. I could be a usual streamer. That'd be kind of cool, I guess. That'd be kind of dope. Hey, Baseball Brothers, maybe one day. I don't collab like too much because my content isn't fully structured out for it all the time, but it does work out sometimes. And I have collabed with people in the past, but you never know. Get your channel popping, get it flowing a little bit, get into a role, get your content, and if the content structures match between us two, then yes, we can do a collab. We can do that collabing.
My money don't jiggle, it folds.
Oh, there's the super chat came through.
Riding in my Fiat.
You got to do a Fortnite next stream, though. It's been 2 months. Oh my gosh, we've been counting down the days since the last Fortnite stream. Cyan. Yeah, it is on my list. It is on my list to do. But guys, the exciting thing is we're getting PSVR 2 next week. And I was honestly planning to do a Fortnite stream next week, but we might have to do a PSVR 2 stream. I think that would be very, very exciting to do a PSVR 2 stream. I'm just saying, that could be fun. Yeah, I don't know. So if not next week, we'll have to do it the following because Fortnite will have to be on like a back burner. Isn't the new season coming out or something for it? I've honestly lost track of what's going on with Fortnite. I haven't even really been in the loop. I know this is like a setup help stream, but hey, we're figuring some things out. Season 2 starts Thursday, March 9th. Okay, so it's coming. It's coming. Interesting, March 9th. Okay. Well, that's the new season. We don't necessarily have to wait to the new season. I don't necessarily like streaming on the day of the new season because I think a lot of people get Fortnite fatigue anyways. It's just like, oh, another Fortnite stream. Like, we've seen so much Fortnite today, we're overwhelmed. So I don't usually like streaming on the new season days unless you're like first, which I used to be. I used to get up at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. even before work to stream the new Fortnite season, which is absolutely ludicrous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not a Fortnite channel, luckily, like I kind of used to be. So I don't do that. But yeah, we'll do another stream soon of Fortnite. Don't worry. Resident Evil. Is Resident Evil in PSVR? That'd be pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts. Okay. I'd love to keep rambling here about other stuff, but I want to help you guys with your stream setup information. Thank you, Green Juice, for the $3 super chat. I love the emote. That's cool. I like that. Green Juice knows what's up, as always. You know the vibes, Green Juice. Thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. I friend members on Fortnite, so if you become a member, you'll be able to have me on your friends list, the Baseball Brothers. And that is a fact. That's a fact. Okay, let us take a look at some questions here. I know some of you guys put them in the forum that I put in the chat. So if you haven't left a question, feel free to leave it there. I usually have your chats like appear up on the stream, but like my Twidget thing isn't even working right now for some strange reason. So yeah, this one is, yeah, I won't be able to put your messages up on stream today, it looks like. It doesn't want to work, which is odd. Usually it works, but not today. So we will live with it. We will live with it. Yeah, I don't think this Twidget thing's gonna work with us today. Will it be better than MetaQuest? I don't know. That's why I'm excited. I haven't even tested MetaQuest. Guys, I haven't even touched a VR anything before, so this will be a learning experience for me, and I'll be able to kind of share what knowledge I find to you guys. So no worries. Okay, let's answer some questions. I'll go directly to the chat actually first, because a couple of you guys, you asked some questions down there. If I have 2 monitors and want to use a capture card, how many HDMI cords do you need? Well, dude, it depends on the capture card that you have. All right. And I kind of need a little bit more context here, because are you going to be streaming off your console? Are you going to be streaming off a PC sold dreamer? Because if it's a console, you'll need one coming out of the console. Then you'll need another going out of the into the capture card, and another going out of the capture card into the monitor that you might have, or into your computer. And then you're gonna need an additional at least 2 monitors if you have like a hub for your computer. Then you can output to another like monitor here, monitor there. So at least, I would say at least 4 for 2 monitors, and a capture card and a console setup with a capture card. You're gonna need at least 4 there, bro. more like Mighty Meat. Mighty Meat? What you trying to say? Rhythm? What you trying to say, Mighty Meat? Up in here. Not working. You're working on a Saturday night, bro? I guess it's one of those nights. Maybe we could do this during the week, you know? It could be helpful. I mean, like during the week, later in night, whenever you guys are also free. I don't know when y'all are free. Everybody is working or in different time zones. You know, it depends. Depends on what's going on. Your channel helped a lot when I got the Elgato H60X. So I'm happy to help you out, Tony. That's what I'm here for. Love that you got things rolling for you now. Let's answer some questions from the forum here that I know some of you guys. Oh my goodness. Cyan, seriously? How do I get a girlfriend? We've been through this one before. We went through it when we did the AI stream last time. I answered it the last stream for setup help. That is not a setup. I mean, I mean, you could get set up with a girlfriend, but that's okay. All right, let's see. What's the best and cheapest capture card that I could use for Xbox to record and use voice? Well, for capture cards, well, let's see. You want to use your voice, but how do you want to use your voice? So if it's like via like a 3.5 millimeter, you have like a microphone, you plug it in. I actually have the capture card on hand. that can do that. Let me see. I just have a box of capture cards on the side here. I mean, this one, to be honest, that I tested is definitely the best if you want to capture your voice as well, because it has an input for voice. This one runs about $110-ish, at least last time I checked. But I'd recommend it for Xbox and recording your voice. You're just gonna, it doesn't take like a USB input or anything. Let's see if it wants to focus. There, oh, it almost, okay, see, it has a mic input. It has a mic input. Yeah, it has a mic input and a headphones input. So that mic input is only like a 3.5 millimeter. So if you had let's say like a lav mic or something, you could clip that on your shirt, plug this into this capture card, and then you can start getting your voice with your game. But I mean, you could do that, but if you're already running a capture card, why not just use like a mic setup with your computer? I think that would be a little bit better. Plus, you can have a nice microphone like a Yeti or Snowball or this microphone here, if you can swing it. But I mean, if not, you can always get a lav mic, and it'll work for you. So I'll show you what this capture card is, and I think it's really solid because you can record and stream your games playing in 120, which is awesome. All right, so it went up a little bit in price. It was a little bit cheaper. Now, that's a little bit more expensive. So I don't know if you would say that this is totally cheap, but it's a bit on the cheaper side when you think about something that can pass 120. Like to pass 120 in 1080p, as well as 2K, I believe, for this capture card. Or maybe it's just 1080p 120, which is still fine. There's some other capture cards that can do 2K 120. Technically, this says it supports it. This supports it. Yeah. And then recording it. Okay. Yeah. So it's like for the recording and what I was about to say. That makes no sense. Why would they say that? They should really, well, I think it's more appealing if you say that you can pass 1440p 144 and 2K. And then 1080p 240. But yeah, for the price, man, this is not a bad buy compared to like the HE60X, which is a bit more. But if you really want to go cheap and you don't want to get any of these, and you're like, bro, I can't do this, or you don't have a monitor that does 120, then you can just get a generic HDMI USB capture card, which I covered in my last video. It's like one of these, 18 bucks. You can honestly find them even cheaper, like on Alibaba. But this is just an example. But it doesn't pass the voice. No, it doesn't pass voice. It won't do that. So if you want something that's gonna pass voice, you're gonna need something with like one of these inputs here. So like this is fine. See, it has a mic input right on the bottom. Like something like this is totally fine, but just I don't know. Keep in mind that you can't do 120 and those kind of things. Like if you really care about that, I would probably go with what I showed you right here. That's what I would do. Can the H60S Plus? No. Yeah, no. No, unfortunately not, Wombo Combo. It does not. If you go on the product page, you will see that will not be possible. It's just up to 1080p 60. This is for the recording, but even for passing, you can't do 120. It doesn't. It's not even telling you actually here, but it doesn't. It doesn't. See, little X there. No 240, no 144, no 120 even. No 1080p 120 either. It doesn't pass 120. Nothing up there. Passes 60, which is why in my last video that I just posted, I said that this thing ranked the lowest. It's old, guys. Like if you're buying this new, don't do it. Like if you're in the stream right now and you were contemplating it, I hope I've changed your mind, because it is not worth the money whatsoever. Even at $155. Heck no, bro. Are you crazy? That's insane. Guys, you pay what $20, $30-ish more. And you get the X that can do so many more things, such as passing the higher refresh rate. It's a little bit more future-proof. I wouldn't say it is fully future-proof because it can't do 4K 120. It doesn't have the HDMI 2.1 abilities, but that's something to come in the future. And how many of you guys out here in the stream right now are actually even playing on something that supports 4K 120? I will be kind of shocked. If you are, you're lit. You're a lit, man. You're a baller. I'm going to take it easy until a capture card comes out that can support 4K 120, and then I'll upgrade my monitor again. I was actually bamboozled with my current display because it said that it supported 1440p, but it actually only supports 1440p and 60 and not 144, which is what I had purchased it to be able to do, and it didn't do it. So stay the heck away from Kuri monitors. You guys are the first to hear it. I'm calling them out. They have this junk. It says it can pass 1440p, but I mean, I don't have the specific monitor, but I have a Kuri monitor in front of me that's supposed to be 1440p and pass 144, and it doesn't. It actually doesn't. Probably with the display port or something. This is saying hide it. Yeah, ultra hide it. That's fine, but how do you get it? How do you get it? That's the big question. And that's why some of these companies are shady, bro. They're shady. They'll say 1440p, but it only passes up a certain amount, not the max. Like $185? Something's probably sus. And I should have known better a little, like a year ago. I didn't know better. So yeah, it's good to test this stuff out. And unfortunately, I had already purchased this thing before the PlayStation support came out, so I was kind of screwed. So whatever. I'm watching you in VR setting. What? Wait, so you have me up close, Cyan? Oh my goodness, dude! I cannot wait to test VR. I hope it works for like YouTube or something. That'd be sick, and other things. I know it won't work like on your computer for PSVR 2, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what things come of that later with updates. We have another question asking, how do you connect Streamlabs to Xbox Series S? Well, I did a whole video on that. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you're talking about Streamlabs console, you need to first off in Streamlabs console get the free trial. So you have to get the free trial in Streamlabs console. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, because like, what the heck, Streamlabs console? Because I know not all of you guys have seen that video, so that's totally a-okay. So this is Streamlabs console. You need to sign up for the 7-day free trial right here. Boom. You got to do that. You got to put your credit card information in. That's the only way Streamlabs console is going to be able to associate with your Xbox. So on the Xbox itself, you got to sign in first off to Twitch, and then in Streamlabs console, once you put in all your credit card information and things, and you start the free trial, then you can associate, make sure your Twitch is associated, and then you can make sure you're signed into your actual Streamlabs account to associate it with Streamlabs console. I know it's kind of confusing, but the point of that is so that your alerts and stuff go through. If you care about that, if you don't, then you don't really have to do that. But the important thing is signing up for Stream Console, signing into it, and then paying for the free trial, making sure your Twitch is also signed into on Streamlabs console, and then on your Xbox, making sure you're signed into Twitch. And then from there, when you go to your stream settings within on the Xbox, then you can actually select to choose to like point it to Streamlabs instead of just regular Twitch. There should be 3 options there. They don't have that screenshot of that here. If I hooked up my Xbox, I could show you. But yeah, you just got to go into your settings just off of like the Xbox console menu. You don't have to go deep in the settings. It's just in your quick menu settings. Go to the live streaming section, and then there should be an extra option for settings for your live stream. And then within there's a drop down to choose Streamlabs as a destination source. And then when you actually push your stream out, then you'll be able to actually use Streamlabs console to stream out to Twitch specifically. That is the way you would do it. I can share the video with you. I don't who shared this comment here. Who do I got to give a shout to? Individual. Let's go here. Okay, yeah, Baseball Brothers Academy. Yeah. I can give you a link to that video, dude, if you want. So let me know, man. Yo, thank you, Philly Cable Dave. I appreciate it. By the way, repping the Eagles merch. It was a good season. Hopefully we can close the deal next season, but I know that's like super, super hard to do, especially when teams kind of have you figured out. You can watch me on Oculus, Cyan? Dang, that's pretty cool. I gotta get into this VR stuff. Like, I know it's not like wide scale for everybody just yet, but you know, it's pretty dope. That's why I don't think the metaverse is and all that VR world is like a big thing, or it's not gonna be a big thing, at least for a long, long time, until it's super easy to just be able to throw in a VR headset like it is to pick up a mobile phone. Like this world is a lot more accessible than a whole VR setup. So I don't think we're there just yet. I don't know if we will get there, because who wants that over their head? But you never know. Maybe it'll become user-friendly enough to where it will be fine to do so. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's take some questions from the chat. Who do we got? Oh, let me move this thing around, actually. So that this isn't in front of my face all the time. I don't know. Why did I put it here? Why did I put the chat box here? Strange. Let's put it over here. Bring it up a little bit. All right. I moved the chat box around so you guys don't have to see my face all blocked off the whole time. Casual Gamer says, hi, how can I make good quality videos because I'm recording on my phone and it's not great? Please notice me. I just noticed you, Casual Gamer. What kind of phone do you have? Because a lot of cameras on phones are really, really good. Like sometimes I've seen a lot of even big YouTubers film with their phone and hardly anybody even notices in the comment section. And it's quite interesting. So like, just because you have a you know, bad quality camera and all that, like it's okay. The big thing is you need to get started somewhere. And even if it is with like an older phone that might not have the greatest camera in the world, just practice making the videos, practice forming the content, developing the ideas, and publishing videos. That shouldn't stop you from at least getting started making videos, right? Just film with what you have, get something started, and then down the road, once you've kind of gotten to you got into more of a flow for how you can make your videos and do your videos, edit the videos, make thumbnails, all that stuff just on your phone and whatever, then you can invest in a nicer camera down the road. Because honestly, guys, a lot of the phones nowadays have cameras just as good as normal full-on camera setups, unless you're buying like something super expensive, which sometimes can make the difference, but a lot of times it's in the lens. Like, it's not just the camera. The lens goes a long way in the camera quality, but I honestly don't think that that's something you should really be worrying about right now. Until you can just get better with just creating the content for your video. Just practice, make it, make the content itself really good and nice, and then you can start upping your production value over time. Like a lot of people, they don't just start off YouTube and make this glorious, beautiful content unless they, already have some background experience, or they got money to spend on equipment, and not everybody is in that sort of situation. So just start off with what you have, even if it is bad. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It's good to start somewhere. Yo, what's good, Staffy? Welcome to the stream. How you been, brother? Thank you for popping through. Thank you. Do you have, this is from Staffy, by the way, do you have a good mic recommendations that aren't too expensive? Yes, I actually do. I actually have a whole store with the mics that I currently recommend. Some of them are expensive, some of them are like cheaper. There's a link in the description below. You guys, of course, don't have to buy from this store ever. Like, it's just something that I've set up to give you guys a little bit of a guide for what stuff you can get for your setup. So I don't know what your budget is, Staffy, but I recommend the Elgato Wave 3. It's honestly one of the best mics out there. You can do a lot with it. There's software that comes with it as well. If this one's too much, get the Wave 1. Wave 1 is pretty affordable right now. What was it? Last I checked, it was like 90 bucks maybe or something like that. If it's in stock. Is it in stock? Yeah, it's 100 bucks. Looks like. Oh, that's the mic RP. Is this thing even in stock right now? You might not be able to get this thing. But the Wave 1 will also unlock a lot of good software features like what I'm using right now with the Wavelink. This mic is great though. This mic is really, really good. Fifine also makes some pretty decent mics. This one's not too bad. Like I have a Fifine mic in front of me here. It's not that one, but they make decent mics. Like if you need to get started with something, Fifine's a pretty good company. They've been getting better. So I do recommend them. If you can't afford something like the Wave 1, which right now for some reason it's 130. Typically it's like 100 bucks or sometimes less. It looks like it's just not in stock right now. So yeah, Elgato needs to get more stock in things. But yeah, Wave 3, that's amazing as well. I also have a couple other mics in here. There's another Fifine mic, which is pretty decent that I put into my catalog. Anything from Fifine, it'll be all right. It won't be great, but it's a good start, especially if you're just getting into content creation. So this is a good one to go with. Blue Snowball, if you can swing a little bit more, I go for that one. That one's pretty decent. There's a Samsung Meteor mic. This is pretty decent. I like Samsung. They're not a bad company. I have a couple items from them. Then you have Yeti, of course, Rode. But if you're going to go the cheapest possible, I'd probably just recommend some, a Fifine mic or the Blue Snowball for like decent mics. I also own this Anchor one, but I don't know. They're okay. I think the quality was decent when I was testing it. It could be a little better though. It's I think when I tested this, the gain was just kind of a little oversensitive. So it kind of peaked a little bit. So I don't know. It was okay though. But yeah, hopefully that helps you a little bit, gives you a little bit of guidance for what you can go with. How do you set up loyalty points with Streamlabs on PS4? So loyalty points should work just generally with your account, Cyan. So you should be able to go into Streamlabs, enable the CloudBot, and once you have that CloudBot enabled, it'll start racking up points for viewers, kind of like what I have in my setup right here, which I can show you guys. Yeah, so if you take a look here, this is my CloudBot. I don't know why it's turned off. What the heck? I'm trying to turn it back on. That's why we didn't see the cloud. Oh wait, Streamlabs is there. It said hello. I don't know why it said it was not here. Weird. But yeah, you should be able to just turn that on. As long as you're signed into your account, it'll apply. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong account. No wonder okay, whatever. I signed into a different account, not my primary YouTube account. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna log out of this one. But yeah. Point being is that, yeah, you just need to log in with your normal channel account, turn on CloudBot, and you'll be good. Even if you're streaming directly off your PlayStation. You thought I said feet fine mic? Oh my God. No. Oh gosh. No. I mean, that'd be an interesting brand, wouldn't it? That'd be very interesting. I have more questions than answers with that brand of microphone. All right, let's see. What other questions do we have here? I see one. Let me go up to Wombo Combo. So what would you recommend? I wish I could put these comments on the stream here. I don't know why this thing isn't. My Twidget is decided to be broken today, so I can't put at least your questions are down here, but I don't know. I want more. But all right, anyways, Wombo Combo asks, so what would you recommend for recording streaming for PC? I know some people go no capture card at all, but I don't know if my M2 MacBook Air can do that. Yeah, the M2 MacBook Air, dude, it can totally do that. I don't know what kind of setup you're running exactly. So let's say you have a streaming, like a PC and a MacBook, then you could definitely use the MacBook to record, stream your stuff off PC with the capture card in between. You can also use your PC as a tower for your capture card as well. If you get something like a Elgato 4K 60 Pro, yeah. If you get like an Elgato 4K 60 Pro Mark II, then if you get something like that, that can plug right into your PC. But most people usually run that kind of setup if they have multiple computers. 9 times out of 10, like most of the time. Like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to have a capture card, but then you're just recording off of your single PC setup, because you can just use OBS to record your game. So like there's just not a lot of point to that, but people will get the most out of their gaming experience if they have the 2 PC setup, or they have a computer that they're trying to pull in their gameplay into, so that they don't have to put all the load on one computer. So that's like the big point behind the multiple computer setup, or like the single computer and a console setup or something like that, so that you don't put all the load on one single piece of hardware. Because if you do, your game's gonna lag, possibly, depending on your specs, or your stream might lag a little bit. Like, something's gonna have to take a hit if you're running a setup like that. So that's kind of the reason, the method behind that. Sign said, you did that, but when I tried using command, it didn't work. Yeah, I mean, sometimes Streamlabs bot can be a little iffy. It should work though. It's just like any sort of moderating system. You can also test it, Sign, with Nightbot. See if Nightbot will come through to your stream. Like, set up like a recurring command and see if that's working. Because if Nightbot's working, then it's something on Streamlabs end that isn't functioning correctly. So it's cool to like test different tools out to see if it works. Now it's showing you something different. You can send me a picture of what it's showing. Just remind me that you send me the picture. Then I can kind of take a look at what it is. V-Chris asks, what's an upgrade from Elgato HE60S for the PS5? The Elgato HE60X. That's what I'd recommend, especially if you're someone who is, streaming console games, even your PC, anything like that. I showed it on stream earlier. Whoops. But yeah, this is a good capture card to upgrade to. I just did a video on like my top capture cards that you could get. The H60S Plus was on the bottom because it's so old. But yeah, you could definitely update to something like this. Or I also recommend the AverMedia Live Gamer Extreme. The Extreme 3, I think this is a solid capture card. It is $140 right now. That's a really good price for this. It started at $170 when it was released. So I definitely recommend this capture card. I think the big thing that this has over the HE60X, thank you, Robert, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you, bro. The big thing that this capture card has over the X is the fact that you can use like a chat link or analog sort of cable setup, and it'll work without having to use any sort of software. But Elgato's nice because you have all of their software that you can use, and it's really, really good. AverMedia has one, but I don't know, it's not as great as what Elgato has, at least with the HE60X, their 4K utility tool, which is nice. But a lot of people can just use OBS. So if you're just using OBS, you could definitely get something like this for cheaper. You don't have to break the bank. And there's also the EVGA XR1 Pro, which I also showed in my other video, that you can use, which is a pretty decent capture card as well. It's a little on the higher side, 170 right now. This thing fluctuates all over the place in price, but it's a really solid capture card that I have on me. So you have your options. There are a lot of good options out there. Those are just the ones I've used personally, that I've tested, that I would recommend. But there's lots of capture cards out there. If you just type in capture cards and you want to go with something that can do 120 FPS, You can see some of these definitely do not do 120. Don't be fooled, people. This one does. That's actually a pretty good price. I haven't actually seen this one before. It doesn't have great ratings though. I've tested this one. This is real. This is solid. This is a solid capture card, guys, and it bypassed HECP for me. If you guys know what that is, it's just the copyright protection. So you can't record Netflix shows. You can't record YouTube. Using your PS5. Can't record your cable box. But this, for some reason, on the PlayStation 5, completely bypassed it. So I could record a whole Netflix show and sell it if I want. Don't do that. I didn't tell you to do that here, but it can do that, which is nuts. But you have some good affordable other options here. I think this is a little too much. A little too expensive for that one. I've heard of this capture card a lot too, the NZXT. I haven't gotten to use it. But it also has like the 240, 120 pass capability. But you don't have to break the bank. You don't have to break the bank. You get this 140. You can pay 140 or less. I don't know if I trust this one. I can't give you a good advice on that one because I haven't used it myself. I didn't get to Donna's question. They asked, need a video for my son to record his PS5 gameplay with his friends and edit and put on his YouTube channel with camera and voice chat. Need capture card, PS5, camera, laptop, right? Yeah, you need you need assortment of things. I think the primary things that you could get first are the computer, and the computers, they can range in quite a long range of specs that you could go with. I think at a minimum, you want to stick with like the i5 for the CPU and Ryzen 5 for the AMD stuff. That's like Intel and AMD respectively. And then if you can swing it, 100% recommend getting a laptop with dedicated graphics, and really any dedicated graphics. Like streaming, like with today's computers, it doesn't take but so much power, especially if you're gonna do 720p or 1080p 30. 4K, then you're gonna need to get something a little bit more beefier on like the actual gaming PC side. But if you're just trying to do 720 or 1080, you can get something relatively affordable. I will show you the whole list of computers I have in my inventory for like Amazon recommendations that I did some research on that I found will be solid buys. I'll probably update this list again soon, to be honest. But you have quite a few good options here. Like Gateway would probably be the cheapest you'd want to go. Like, and this doesn't have a good rating, but like the gateways that I've seen and looked at, it's only one person probably skewed. But this one has like an i5. Like you'll be able to get away with being able to stream on this, but like it's not going to be anything heavy duty. Like it'll probably be like a 720p stream. 720p, like expect to do that in okay quality. But if you want to take things up a level, you're gonna want to get a graphics card of some sort, like something like this. If you can get to like the $700, $800 range for a computer, then you'll be in much better shape. Like this one has a dedicated graphics card, 1650 in it. It's fine for streaming for sure. Not gaming and streaming on the same device. Don't do that. It'll be struggle. But if you do one or the other, you'll be okay. You'll be totally okay with this. You'll be seriously okay. So that's why, like, if you don't have the funds to get like something decent, like at the $500 to $800 range for a computer, I'd say just wait. Just hold off. Xbox, PlayStation, they have those built-in streaming features that you can use, even recording features. PlayStation even has the editor, Share Factory Studio you can use. Just hold off until you can save up enough money to get the computer you really, really want. Because if you're gonna take a dive into a computer that's not that good, it's not gonna be worth it in the long run. You're better off just waiting a little bit until you can actually get a computer that'll be able to run the streams at the way that you want them to, because it'll be so much better. You'll be able to put all the overlays you want. You'll be able to add those transitions. You'll be able to just put all those like all those different camera angles that you might want, gameplay, all that stuff, and it'll run much smoother than spending money on a computer that is relatively on the cheap side and won't perform. So, yeah. Yeah, Ken. You need a 3070, 3080, or get that 4080's out now. Yeah, you can stream in game on that. Maybe not in max settings still, but you can do it. Pretty insane. Yes, bought the Predator for your other son. It's running really nice for his Xbox streaming setup. You were great help with the whole setup. Yo, I love to hear the success stories, Donna. That is awesome. I hope your son is having a splendid time streaming and having a lot of fun making that content, because it is a lot of fun. It's fun to just game, put out some content, see what you can make out of it. It's a good time. But you want to have a good computer to be able to make sure you're having a good time, because if you don't have a good computer, you're going to be having a horrible time. And it's better off to have the delayed gratification. Have that delayed gratification versus frustration. So I'm happy that that's running well for them. But yeah, let me answer the rest of your question. So you got the computer part figured out. That's great. Now you need the camera. If they want to do face cam, it's not always necessary. But yeah, that's always nice. Get a microphone. Any, like, the USB microphones I showed earlier in the video. I also have an Amazon link for it if you want to check any of those out if you want. Get a microphone, and I think you probably already have the capture card from what it sounds like. But yeah, if you don't have one of those, use one of the capture cards I just showcased on stream today. And yeah, you'll be good. That's really like the primary things that you need. It's actually like not a ton of stuff to make like a decent stream. And you probably have a TV or monitor or something like that already. Like you're good with that. You'll be A-okay. PS5 camera though, I wouldn't get that because that only works with the PlayStation 5, which sucks. Like, just, it's the same thing with the PSVR 2, guys. When that thing drops in a couple days, it's only gonna work on the PlayStation. Like, okay, cool. Like, how user friendly. That's just awesome. Oh man, we need that stuff working on PC and Mac and stuff. Like, come on. Always gatekeeping. But then Xbox likes to do the same thing. Let's not kid ourselves. Xbox does the same thing. They have oh my gosh, what was it? Xbox, they don't have the remote play app on Mac. You know how many comments I get every other day or so for people who want to use the remote play off of their Xbox to go do their streams on like Streamlabs or OBS on Mac, but it's not possible? A lot of people want that, but Xbox app is not available for Mac users. Cool. That's so user friendly. They don't want to do it, I guess. They don't want to do it. They don't want people to have fun on Mac. No way. Microsoft being nice to Mac users, like this is like a low key kind of gut punch for them, but it's all good. Can I just pay you to set up my stream, or is that not an option? I mean, no. I mean, I can't come to you and build it. Like, I guess I could, but you got to pay for my plane ticket. But I do take consultations. Just hit me up if you really need help. Just let me know. I can give you that step-by-step handhold. All right, here we go. I think I might have fixed my Twitch. I was on a mission to fix this, guys, because I wanted your comments to show up on stream live here. And it looks like we might just be able to make it happen. Let's see. That popping up, I think, is a good sign. So let's see what happens. In Twitch, that's like the thing that allows me to put comments up on screen. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's going to work still, actually. That sucks. I run through my own difficulties on stream. I'm going to give it a minute to see if it loads. It probably will not load, though. Welcome back, Fish. How's it going? I got you, Robert. I'm happy to help you. Hey, if you got questions, let me know, Robert. I know some of you guys are new, so yeah, don't be shy to like just any question that rolls off the top of your head, and, you know, throw it at me. Appreciate the 26 likes on the stream, by the way. Thank you guys for that. That means a lot. That means a lot. That means a lot. All right, I'm going back through the comments here. I don't think this Twitch thing's gonna work, unfortunately. So I can't. I'll have to troubleshoot this later. Probably just needs a stupid update or something. Yeah. Yeah, that is dumb. Oh, yeah, I'll fool with that later. All right, let's see what else we have. Let me go back to the forum. I feel like I haven't looked at that in a second because I know some of you guys have been filling that out. Somebody put an essay in here. That's going to take a while to read. All right, I think we answered the PC question. Someone put in, Aqua Game Slayer said, I want to record my phone from my PC wirelessly, smooth quality. How can I do it? Well, it's not going to be free. It's not going to be free. There are some newer apps coming out that can do the trick. So, like, let's say if you're on like Android or something, you can just screen mirror. You can do like a mirror session to your computer, and it'll open up, and then you can record things that way. That doesn't, in my opinion, work that well. It's been like a laggy mess when I've messed with that stuff. But what I highly, highly recommend, guys, and it's not just because this was a sponsor for me like a while ago. I mean, that doesn't play a factor into it. I would not have accepted the sponsor if their app wasn't good. But I don't get anything really at this point for you guys using this. But Do-On was outstanding when I tested it out. You can use it wired. You can use it wireless. It just costs a little bit of money. So $7 for 6 months, and then $10 for a year. But it's outstanding, guys. It is so good. It is so reliable. I just can't recommend something better. To be honest, it's so good. It is so good. Unless you like have a Mac and you're using an iPhone, then yeah, you can just plug it in and you're good. You can record it that way, or you can use a capture card. And too many cables. But if you want to go wireless, this was outstanding when I was using this. It was so good. It was so good. If anybody else in the chat has some alternative options, hey, I'm all up there. Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't like mirroring Aqua. I didn't like that. It was too stuttery. But this was not. This was flawless. Perfect. Like, I got it up and running in less than a minute. Like, that's how fast. Like, even not having any experience using this app, I got it up like that. It was so good. It was so good. So I highly recommend. You don't have money. Let me see something. I might have another one potentially for you. I have to see if this is free though. I don't know if this is free. Let me see something here real quick. Let's see. So there is this. What are you, Aqua Games? Are you on iPhone? Or are you on Mac? Or what are you using? So there's this. This is also a free app. Intel Unison. Get this. And then you can pull your devices over this way. I haven't used this hands-on before, but I've heard about it. So this might be worth a shot to pull some stuff over. Get it for your phone, and then also get the app for your PC. I will try this out. I would try this out. I haven't used it personally, but it's something I've been meaning to try. But it is free. I'll have to give this like a one-on-one try to see like how good is it really. That's like the big thing, but it should work over Bluetooth. But it might be more of like a link. So yeah, I'd have to like use it hands-on. Like accessing stuff from your phone to your computer. It's like experiencing your phone on the big screen. So this may not like work foolproof, to be honest. Could be a feature they add later on though. But yeah, I'd say like the best app is the Duon one for sure for wireless. I know it costs money, but there's just not a lot of great options. I think like a legitimate only other one you could use Aqua is the, was it Lens? Hold on a sec. Lens. I'm finding the app on my phone. Because I'm blanking on it right now. See. I want to give you the right name for it. It started. I found it. Yeah, it's Let's View. So that one's free. It's mostly reliable for the most part. Whenever I was testing it out, it was pretty decent. So it's this thing here. You can download it for your computer. You can get the app on your phone. This is definitely worth a shot, Aqua. Usually their site looks different than this, but that was the right site. But yeah, it's like it's a screen mirroring app. You can get it for iPhone. You should be able to get it for Android. There it is. So like it's decent. It's not the best thing. It's not as good as Duon. Sometimes you'll get a little blotchiness from what I experienced testing this out before. But it works. It works. It works. No watermarks either. So yeah, Aqua, this would be like my number one that I would try for free, completely for free. Give that a try. I didn't mean to have your question take over the whole stream. I wanted to give you the right answers. That's why I was doing like a little research and a little like going back in my piggy bank for what stuff is good that's completely for free. And I had to kind of go back, a little blast from the past to make sure I got you that information. But we got it to you. We got it for you. So it's all good. I think some people have tried answering Robert's question in the chat. Editing software is pretty expensive, like Premiere Pro was not really just want to waste money on something for a month. So what's the best free editing software? Yeah, I would say DaVinci Resolve. And some other people have said that in the chat. It's free. They do have the paid version, of course, but that's like super much more advanced features that most of you guys here do not even need. So go with DaVinci Resolve if you want something that's like top tier. There's a lot to learn in there, honestly. And like from my perspective, like everything in there is not necessarily like, it's not necessary for people who are just getting started. There's just a lot of advanced like color grading and motions, and it's not all needed. It's not all needed for just like simple editing. But of course you can go with it if you want. But yeah, it's like you can use something like the Windows editor right on your computer. I have it on this computer too. It's not great, but you can use it. Like if you go in your search bar, you can type in video editor. You're gonna see that you get a video editor right on your computer. Let's see if it pops up for me. Like it's this thing here. Oh, and now there's Clipchamp coming out, or I guess they're making Clipchamp a part of the Windows video editor. But yeah, Clipchamp, that's also pretty decent. It's fine. I haven't used Clipchamp like hands-on, but it's probably very similar to just like the Windows video editor stuff. But like I've done some test projects in here. And like if you're just cutting clips together, just use something like this, man. You don't need anything super advanced. Like it's not like fully necessary. If you're on Mac, like you can use iMovie, or you can use VN Editor on Mac, which is pretty good. I definitely recommend that. But if you want the best of the best, sure, go with DaVinci Resolve if you want to do that. Yeah, Video Proc Vlogger is good too. Yep. I definitely recommend Video Proc Vlogger. I did a whole video on that a while ago. It's completely free to use, and it has a little bit more simplified features, I'd say, but it's solid. And so it's from the folks at Digarity. They made it Video Proc Vlogger, but it's completely free, and you can add music, split, effects, motion. It has a lot of good options in there, and I had a relatively smooth time editing with it. I don't think it's as good as Final Cut Pro. I'm not going to go that far because that's the editing software that I use. But this is solid. This is really, really solid, and it's free. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. And who doesn't want to not spend hundreds of dollars? I'm with you there. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here? Casual Gamer asks, is there a way I can stream from my Xbox and my viewers are still able to hear me? Please answer if you see. Directly from the Xbox? Yeah, the only way is if you have some sort of headset. Like I have right here. If you have a headset with a microphone function, like this, then you can get your voice audio to come through. You can't connect USB headset, or not headsets, but you connect USB microphones to the Xbox. It's really dumb. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't. It doesn't work. You're not gonna get your audio to come through that way. So you're gonna need to have a headset with a microphone if you're streaming directly off of the Xbox. Of course, if you have a custom setup with a computer, you can plug in any microphone, any headset you want to your computer and get that microphone audio to come through. But Xbox, it's really like they're tight, bro. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know. They have these USB ports, but they don't make them useful. Like, come on. It's crazy. It's really insane. Oh my goodness. Can I use the same mic to stream and talk on Xbox? Yes, from a computer. Actually, like from the Xbox as well. You can do it from the Xbox because you're using that one microphone headset, and that's for everything, of course. But if you're streaming off a computer, you can use one mic by having it with your stream connected to the software, the stream software, OBS Streamlabs, and then you can have the mic associated with remote play from your Xbox. So remote play, that'll also come into your computer, but your remote play session will be tied to the microphone on your computer. That's how you can use one mic for everything. You're gonna have to have a pretty good computer if you're gonna be running your stream, plus the capture card, plus remote play in the background. So just keep that in mind, but that's how you would do it. You have to use remote play. That's how you can use one mic to rule them all on the Xbox. Same thing works for PlayStation, by the way. You can use remote play on PlayStation, and you can associate your microphone with the remote play session, and that's how you can use one mic for your your party and game chat to be able to hear you, and then the other side of that mic is going to be for your stream. But it's all going to be funneling through, so just yeah, keep that in mind. But it does work. What's good, Chris? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Ooh, that's a good question, Jalen. Thank you for asking it. And by the way, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Jalen asks, what's the difference between lag and latency? Well, lag, technically these terms could be interchangeable a little bit. But when I think of, let's start with latency. When I think of latency, that's like the input or the delay that could be caused by the internet connection, but it could also be caused by, let's say there's too great of length to be traveled between one device and the other. So you could experience input latency, for example, between your controller and the device that you're playing on. And that could be due to the fact that it's either wireless. If it's wired, maybe it'll be a little bit quicker, or your internet can also play into this fact. If let's say your internet's not that good, then you're going to have a stronger latency which is bad. You don't want stronger latency. You don't want greater latency because it's like the time between what you're experiencing in the game versus what's actually happening. And that's never good. And that's the same thing that applies to like Wi-Fi and networks, internet. Like if there's some sort of delay, if there's more hops or packets that have to be transferred between the 2 points, then yeah, you can experience some latency, which is not fun. Now, on the lag side, this is where lag is, I would say, somewhat similar between the two, because if you're lagging, that means you're also having like a delay in input, like, or experience in the game. Like something's happening in the game, but you're not seeing it yet. Like it's trying to catch up to you, and you can lag if your internet is deficient and it's not of high quality, or you're having some sort of drop in your internet bandwidth or your speed. That can also cause lag or even latency. So that's what I would say are the differences. They're honestly interchangeable for the most part. I wonder if let's say that to see if the chat OpenAI has a different one, has a different explanation. I wonder, because that's my thought process behind it. But let's ask artificial intelligence. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna log in to this AI tool. Let's see what they have to say as well. This is so much fun, by the way, just to ask questions like that you may not, know. What the heck? Does my stuff just freeze? All right, ChatGPT might not be working right now. It might not be working tonight, because I was curious to see what ChatGPT had to say about it. But I think their site is like frozen right now. Well, ping is different. Ping is not the same thing as latency. You could like high ping, then you'll have latency. Low ping is good. you want like a low amount of time between one thing that's happening and the other. I love the technical questions tonight, guys. You're really throwing it at me. I want to see what ChatGPT has to say about this, but their stuff is absolutely frozen right now. Yeah, I can't use ChatGPT right now. It's frozen. High ping sucks. You want low ping. So if you want less latency, less lag, and low ping, then you want to be as close to the actual physical hardware devices as possible, especially when we're talking about like wireless communications. Like if you're next door to the data center that's housing the servers for whatever game you're playing, for example, your ping will be less because you're literally right next to the actual network devices that are distributing your gaming experience, your connection. Now, if you're further away, which is why there's regional zones. That's why you see zones for like North America, and then there's like West. There can be Asia, Pacific, You have Europe servers. Why do you have those? That's because you're gonna have more latency and lag. The lag would be more so on like your side, but you could have them interchangeable. Like I said, it's fine. You'll have more latency if you're trying to connect to like a Europe server and you're in North America. There's a further distance for your data to travel, which is why you're gonna have the latency between. Now, if you start lagging, then maybe your internet's messed up or something. Like it's weird. This one's a weird one because I like to interchange these two terms. But for me, like lagging, like you could have a connection issue, but I kind of see that more on your side. If you're lagging, like your internet might not be as good or something like that, and it's causing you to like have delays, and because the other players in your game might be fine. They're connected to the same servers as you, and everything's running really nice and smoothly. But hey, maybe your internet's not that good, so you're going to experience some additional latency, additional lag than the other players would. I try to have a lot of videos for a lot of different topics. I'm trying to keep it within the streaming and gaming hemisphere, though. I'm trying to keep the channel focused because I used to talk like about a lot of different things, but yeah, not anymore. Trying to keep it focused. Hopefully that helps you guys, though, understand a little bit about latency and lag and all that stuff. I wish I could get the official answer from ChatGPT, but their site is like... Let's see. Wait, maybe it's working now? I want to see what they have to say. What's the difference between lag and latency? I want to see if there's like specific, like technical terminology behind it. Ah, yes, I was right. Interchangeable. Yo, this is fun to use. Okay, this is like the super technical, like kind of level about it. But it's basically the same kind of concepts that I was talking about with like networking and the point from, one piece of equipment to the other. But like, let's see what their technical differences are. So let's see. Yeah, that was latency, what I just explained there. Lag, on the other hand, is delay or interruption of data transmission. It can be caused by various factors such as network congestion. Yeah. Low bandwidth. Yep. Which could be your internet. Hardware issues. Yeah, that can happen. Yeah. Overheating. Let's say if your computer is hot as frickin' balls, yeah, your stuff can mess up. It can also play a factor. But yeah, I was pretty right about this. So cool. I was just curious, but we got it right. All right, let's keep answering your questions. Let's keep them coming, boys. Let's keep it coming. I feel like the new Bing is going to replace Google and Edge, going to replace Chrome because of Bing. It might. I think it's that time, guys, like for Edge to like finally catch up to Chrome, and in Bing to actually be a competitor with the top search engine. Like, can it happen? Like if Google kind of lags behind in those new things that people really want, and I know Bing's bringing on that AI kind of concept into their search engine, that can make things very, very interesting in the search game. Now, there's another search engine that a lot of you guys might not know about called DuckDuckGo. It's not supposed to track your history and your cookies. So it's like good for like booking tickets and flights and stuff, or not having like ads shown to you based off of other things that you've looked at or even said through your phone, because someone's always listening. But yeah, DuckDuckGo is another good site that's good to use if you don't want to be tracked, I guess. Don't want to be tracked. I do not use Blender. I don't actually do 3D art. That is a pond I have not jumped into, but I definitely could. I could try it out for sure. I wanted to. Like, I downloaded Blender. I got all of these presets for like for characters in Fortnite to like test out and try to manipulate, but I just never got to it. So if somebody's really good at Blender and wants to show me a few things, sure, then I can kind of have something else I know a little bit about to be dangerous in. Are you doing YouTube full time? Not at the moment. Eventually, I do want to give it a try to do it like full time, put my full heart in everything I got into this. At some point, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to do that. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna give this like my full on attention to see like how far we can take it. And then I'll probably still have to like do 2 jobs again, but it'll be fun just to put everything I got into it, all the energy. Let's see what we can make and let's try to make some magic happen. I think the big reason why I want to do that is just to have like a big catalog of solid, like valuable informational videos that people can go to or find on Google or whatever search engine you're using to help you. Like, it doesn't have to be videos that are just gonna pop off right away or anything like that, or even within the year. Or however how long I plan to go full time for. But the goal of me going full time would just to make a massive catalog of super helpful, valuable, informational, or tutorial videos that could be relevant for years. That's going to be my goal when I do go full time, it will be at some point. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know, but at some point. That's why it's really hard to get like a lot of videos up like constantly, because like if you're busy, you're doing so many things, it can it's time consuming for sure, but I want to give it a shot. Yes, Jet. Yes, you're on the money with that, Jet. Evergreen AF, bro. Evergreen. It's exactly what we're going for. Like, my goal is to get 1,000 valuable videos. I have hundreds of junky videos that I had to unlist, but if I can get to 1,000 valuable, informational, or tutorial type content, high quality videos, that's what I want. And then also have a course too at some point that I want to work on. I actually built out what I want to have in my like stream guide course, like going into like extensive detail on like every little thing you can possibly know or have to know for setting up a stream, and just all the different components from microphone to OBS to your console settings, everything. I've mapped out all of like the topics. Of course, it'll be something else to actually go through and do it, but like film everything and map out every single category for what specific content will be in each of those different topics. But it's mapped. I have it ready to go. I just need to start building it out even more. But I'd love to, yeah, that's like the goal. A really an awesome course that you guys can get that I'll update, somewhat regularly, and then 1,000 tutorial informational videos. That's the goal, man. That's the channel goal. Like, I'm not even looking at like, 250K subs, that's the goal. No, that's not necessarily the goal. If I'm focusing on the stuff that matters, those things will come. Just like 100K came. Because I was just focusing on the important stuff to grow the channel in the first place. I don't try to look at the numbers too hard. Like, obviously they matter to make decisions, but I want to make sure we're putting out the best evergreen stuff possible. That's what we do. All right, your boy Killer Wolf, I see you, bro. What's good? My capture works on my Xbox, but some games work and some don't show. Which capture card do you have, dude? Because if you have a capture card that is, like, let's say pushing 120, it won't work if it's a capture card that doesn't support 120. You could be playing a game, does like, on the Xbox, oh my goodness. There's a lot of games on the Xbox, but I'm sure there are plenty that don't support 120 and that only do 60. So if that's the case, then you're not going to be having issues on those games. But as soon as you go to a game like Call of Duty or Halo or something like that does support 120 FPS or higher, and you have a capture card that doesn't support it, then it's not going to work. It will not work. So yeah, it depends on what card you have. I've been having a problem with my chat link. This is from Kolzex. They said they have a problem with the chat link cable where their team can't hear them. Is there a way to fix that? Well, it should work if you have, like, let's say your cable plugged into the chat link and you have that microphone associated with whatever you plugged into the chat link cable. That's the microphone it's supposed to take. You can also plug in a separate mic too, like a separate USB mic into your console, and they'll be able to hear you that way. The best way to test if your stuff is working And I can do this one live. I'm gonna plug in my my game here real quick, just to show you the best way for how to test your stuff. I'm turning on my PlayStation. It might turn off again. Let's see. Okay, maybe it won't. Good. All right, yeah. Take a look at this, bro. I'm gonna be your little helpful hand. This is the best way to test if your stuff is working. And if it's not, you can keep troubleshooting from there. But yeah, take a look at this, man. Oh, shoot. Hold on a sec. Mobby. Okay, here we are. So yeah, if you go here, just go over to your mic settings here, and you can actually check your mic level. So make sure that you actually have a microphone. I mean, some sort of mic should be selected. Like something should be selected. Like any of these should allow you to be heard. And then you can just go to adjust mic level. And then this is where you can go to see if your microphone's actually coming through. And I could probably hear myself if I raise up my my volume. Test. Yeah. See? That's how you know your mic is coming through. So if you look at that, you'll be good. So hopefully that is able to kind of help you a little bit. If it's still not working, like through your chat-link cable, you could possibly have a faulty chat-link cable, or you don't have the right connector or something for the chat-link because it takes 3.5 millimeter. You can't have other lengths of cables. It may not work. So also keep that in mind. But that should set you straight, honestly. I know it's like not a cut dry answer without me being there and playing with your stuff, but that's one way to look at it. Okay, let us see. There are some other questions here that I wanted to get to. Glaze says, "Hey brother, my audio is delayed or missing on OBS. Any help?" Well, those would be two different things. So if it's delayed, you can always go into your advanced audio properties. So this will be in your OBS mixer. See where the audio mixer is? You can right click that, go to advanced audio properties, and within here, this is where you can set the delay time. So I can actually show you this on stream because I just pulled it up. But this is what I have right here. So if you're having delays in audio, you need to play with your off sync time. I'm not going to mess with it because my stuff's not delayed, but depending on how delayed it is, you need to put in milliseconds how delayed it is. So if you feel like it's 2 seconds delayed, you got to put in 2000 to off sync the time and keep playing with it until the delay is right on your stream. So you have to keep listening to it. It is a tedious exercise, but that's how you can fix your delay in your audio. You can also monitor it to see how it's coming through too. But you can monitor only and mute the output, so that way you can just kind of listen to it and see how it's not lining up, and just keep playing with these numbers until you get it right. It's an exercise. It's not fun, but that's the way to do it. If the audio is not coming through at all, you need to check the actual source of your audio to troubleshoot. So if it's, let's say it's a capture card, which that might be your case. Like if you're trying to use a chat link cable, and then you're going to need to go into software settings, especially if it's an Elgato capture card, and switch it to analog, and then it can come through, it can flow through. Sometimes it's glitchy. It doesn't always come through, like 9 times out of 10. Let me turn this light down a little bit. Turn it back up. That's good. Yeah, so if it doesn't come through, you might have to restart the app and open it up again. That's why I really like these other capture cards that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like the AverMedia Live Gamer Extreme 3, EVGA XR1 Pro. Like those ones, you can plug in an analog chat link cable and it'll switch automatically. You don't have to worry about your audio not coming through. That's like the most annoying thing with the Elgato capture cards using a chat link cable, is the fact that it's just not 100% reliable. It doesn't always switch. Your audio doesn't always come through into OBS. So it's iffy sometimes. That's why with those other capture cards, they just work. But everyone buys Elgato because that's what people know. But there's other options. There's better options out there that work depending on your setup. Like, there's just not one capture card out there, guys. So keep that in mind. But if you're doing stuff over HDMI, it should automatically just flow through. You can add it as an audio capture device in OBS and just select your capture card and you should be good. Alejandro says, hey man, love the channel. I'm having a problem with my setup and maybe you can help. I bought a wired headset, the chat link, and the Elgato H60s Plus. I have audio coming from the headset perfectly. Okay. Perfectly fine, but when I record it comes out choppy. There is absolutely no background noise to it. I tried the H60X and had the same problem, and I even tried adding them as their own audio input. This sounds like another one of those cases, like I just said about the Elgato chat link. It's not fully reliable. It's from like the software perspective. Like the cable itself is totally fine. That's good. But sometimes there's a disconnect between the adjustments you might make in the software to go to analog audio to what's happening in OBS, and those effects that issue can be pronounced even more if you don't have like a really solid computer setup. Like issues can arise even more if you don't have if your specs aren't really up to par with what is recommended. So yeah, that's why I kind of recommend those other capture cards that can switch it automatically for you. You don't have to worry about anything. But it definitely shouldn't be choppy. So I'm wondering like what your computer is. Like, do you have a computer that meets the minimum specs to run the capture card and stuff like it's supposed to? Because that's a big thing. Should be 1,000 milliseconds. No, it should be 1,000. I'm pretty sure it's 1,000. How many milliseconds are in 1 second? It's 1,000. It's 1,000. Don't make me think I'm crazy. It's 1,000. 1 second equals 1,000 milliseconds. Okay, so. Yeah, you don't want to mess that one up because you'll be scratching your head forever. I'm doing well, D-Money. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for popping through to the stream. I'm just catching up with all the chats here. How do you stream and have your watermarks on your videos? I'm guessing you're kind of talking about... Are you talking about like the watermark that YouTube puts in? Because YouTube might have like a watermark over here, possibly like my logo, or maybe over here. I think it's over here. I think it's over there. But I could put my own watermark on here as like a picture. But I think you're talking about from the YouTube perspective. And in the YouTube, there's actually like a branding section. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's go to YouTube Studio. Sounds good, D-Money. I appreciate you for coming through, dude. Customization of the stream. Branding, yeah, so it's in branding and customization. Here's a look at what like watermarks I guess you could think to put in. Yeah, so it's right here. I can put in a picture for what my logo of the channel is going to be, my channel art as well, like the banner that you see on the main page, and in a video watermark right here. I can't really scroll here, but I think you get what I mean here. So I can put it for the entirety of the video. I don't know if it's in the stream. I guess it's in the stream, or after the stream is published, it's probably there. So yeah, you could probably, I mean, it's probably there. But yeah, this is how I add a watermark for the videos and the streams. Go into channel customization and branding, and you will find your answer. You'll find your stuff. Yeah, thank you, Whiskers. I appreciate it. I try to help out the people who are new. We don't need like I put some advanced stuff in the videos if you guys care about it, but like I try to keep it, for people who are just getting into the space and need that first nudge of help, and they're not looking to do anything too crazy. They just need to like the simple things to be right in their setup. So hopefully I'll help you guys with that. So you're talking about the watermarks that pop up for Insta and Twitter and all that. It's cool. So like stuff kind of like this. That kind of thing? Is that kind of what you're looking for? Those are very custom. Yeah, kind of. It's in your concert of your video. The concert of my video? There's multiple ways to like pop those things in. That's like a .mov file that I have tied in here, and I had somebody make that for me. It was like $5, with tax, $6-7 or something like that. Off there was one site called showish.com or showish something, but it created these for me. I'll show you guys what it was. Where the heck is this thing? Let's see. I mean, there's Fiverr, of course, you can always use. I'm looking for the specific site that I had used last time, though. For that particular animation. Let's see if I can get it. Should be able to find it here. This is such a process. Okay, I found it. All right, yeah, so a site like this, I spent $8 on Fiverr. You can sometimes get it for $5, but you can put your YouTube, you can put your TikTok animations in here. Yes, it's not free. You're gonna have to pay for it. For anything nice isn't free, of course. But if you want something that's really clean and nice, I mean, you can pay for something like this. Even on Fiverr, Fiverr sells a whole bunch of this stuff. Like they have workers that you can just pay to do it. So you can do subscribe. Oh my goodness! Let me log into this thing real quick. Okay. Refresh. Okay, so this is an example. I just typed in subscribe animation up here, and you have all these people who can make these. And they're nice too. Like they're solid. You can see a video for what they'll look like. Some of these are better than others. So like this, yeah, see, like that's an example of what it would look like if you bought one. Like you just tell them what you want, man. Like it's pretty easy as that. Like that's just one example. There's so many here that you could look at. Like if you wanted something for like Instagram follow animation. Just go on Fiverr. $5, guys. $5. I don't know what to tell you if that's totally breaking the bank. Like, if you're totally new, it's probably not worth it. But for those of you guys that are trying to like up your production value, like you're at that point to where you're trying to make that better quality content, more like appealing graphics on your videos, then I think $5 is totally reasonable to get this done. Actually, I think I bought from this dude specifically, and he has a couple. He raises prices. He used to be $5, but he has some nice graphics here that you can use for your videos and your streams. You can put these right into your stream, and it looks just like this. Like, you want a YouTube follow, subscribe button. You want a Twitter follow button. And he'll put like where that Fiverr logo is. That's where he'll put your profile picture, and it look cool. Like, just tell him what you want, and he'll get it done. I think you guys get the point here. But a lot of those things are pretty worth it if you want to just up your game a little bit. That's all. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Yeah, that's the way it is. FMCF. Nothing is free in this world. Nothing is free unless you learn how to do it yourself. You learn how to do it yourself, it will take you time. So you're going to have to think about, is this learning all this stuff, is it cost effective? Is it cost worth it for you to do? Or, hey, let me just spend the $5 to $10 and get the thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. But just spend the couple questions. It's not the questions. I was looking at your question, Whiskers. But yeah, just spend a couple bucks and get a nice graphic, bro. It's really cool. It's really nice. And then you have something that looks like this on your stream. And you can just like enable it at the single click of a button if you want. So, yeah. There you have it. Yeah, if you want it, if you want something like that, yeah. Yep. What's good, Crazy? Welcome to the stream. I see you, bro. All right. I'll answer your other question here, and then I'll go back to the forum here, because I know there's some questions in here that weren't answered just yet. So yeah, we'll get to these questions. I'd rather learn it. That's the spirit, Zaya. Hey, once you learn it, then you can start making money yourself like these other people are doing it, because all they have are templates set up, and then they just plug in people's profile pictures, and it's done. They just keep raising the prices, but they have the presets and everything, probably in After Effects or whatever they're using to do this work. So it's almost like liquid income for them, because they have everything already ready. They're just plugging your specific information that you want. They're not doing any custom work, because if it was custom, then yeah, it'd be from scratch. But that's how they get this work done so fast. It's because it's already ready for them. They put your info in, and boom, they send you over your animation for $10. They made money easily with a few minutes of worth of work, but they put the work time in up at front to actually learn how to make those graphics so that they could sell them. So hey, it's worth it. Probably it's worth it, Zaya. So I'd go for it. It doesn't hurt to learn. If you got the time and it's something you're interested in, do it. All right, Whisker says, what would you recommend for someone who just wants to for just chatting? I'm guessing stream for just chatting, or reaction, or maybe gaming. Well, if you had gaming, that is another element. That's not just a chatting stream. Like, what would they need audio visual wise? Okay, so if you want like basically that's kind of like setup I have, like I'm doing just chatting right now, but if I wanted to, I can switch to the game. If we wanted to play some games right now, we could do that. I got my PS5, it's up, it's ready to play, bro. We're ready to play, ready to game. So you're gonna need a computer of some sort. I would probably look in the range of something $500 or more. If you can get a gaming PC, that would be extremely preferred. Any gaming PC, literally in the ballpark of $500 to $800, you will be good. Like, there's really nothing specific I really should give you. I mean, I have a link in the description for all my recommendations for PCs you can get or that you should check out. It's a list that looks like this. It's like 50 computers in this list. These are all the computers I recommend. But a good rule of thumb, man, if you're just looking to simply stream, you're not looking to game or anything like that, on the computer, that is, then just get something between the $500 to $800-ish dollars, and you'll have a good computer to help you with your stream. Dedicated graphics card is the way to go. If you have a dedicated graphics card, you're gonna be so freaking golden, because you can put all of your strain for your stream on the graphics card, which would be great. Now, if you want to just chat, you're gonna obviously want a camera or something. You can go with the webcam. There's a few good ones out there that I can recommend that are like affordable. So you have the Elgato Facecam, that one's totally fine. And then you also have the Logitech Brio, which is pretty good as well. I have those in my list as well. If you want to check those out, I have them here. They're in like the plus $100 range. You could get like a generic Logitech webcam. There's some like really cheap ones on Amazon that you can get. Not just Logitech. Yeah, like that. There's that one for $70. So you could check out something like this to get you started. And that's just to get you started. Like, we're not talking about anything like super advanced here. Once you kind of get into the swing of things, you have this setup, you've gotten used to it, you're running it for a while, it's working for you, and you're ready to make some upgrades, then you totally can get like a mirrorless camera or a full-on DSLR if you really want to. I think mirrorless honestly is the way to go. Full frame, or even like a crop sensor, it doesn't really matter. Like, I have some recommendations here. Some of them are a little bit more expensive than others, but I think a really good entry-level camera you can get into, and I recommend two exact. Actually, no, I have three that I recommend that you can use with like a cam link setup or a generic USB. I don't even use my cam link because that has been freezing my streams, so they can go somewhere. But yeah, if you want to get some nice cameras, once you start trying to, wanting to up your game a little bit, then you can check out like a Canon M50 Mark II. Wow, they're already selling this thing renewed. That's crazy. This didn't come out that long ago. But it's a relatively decent, affordable camera you can get. I have the Mark I behind me. It's been giving me some issues recently, but it's also like a 7-year-old camera, so it's not very new anymore. But the M50, that just came out not too long ago, so you can get that. They also have it in white too, which is cool. That's dope. There's another camera I'd recommend if you have a little bit more money. You can go with the Canon RP, I think it's called. RP, it should be Canon RP. So you can get something like this. This is for regular YouTube videos or streams. You can plug this up, hook it up with a stream if you want to do that. Totally cool. You're going to need a lens for it. You can use the kit lens, at least for now. But yeah, that's at least a good start for you. Once you're kind of in the space, then you can start looking at lens, but the kit lens will get you by. It's not great though. If you want like a nice lens, look for something that has like a f1, like lower f-stop, so like f1.8 or f2 even is okay. Like I have a lens back there as f2. This one's f2.8, but it also has a lot of a zoom. It has a zoom on it, so that's why it's still really good even as a 2.8 f-stop. But the other camera I can recommend to you, if you want to go the Sony side, you can check out the Sony a6400. Again, it's a little bit closer in the range for like the Canon RP was. It's more than M50 Mark II, but this is a solid camera. It's popular. It's decent. You can stream off of it. Use a cam link, all that cool stuff. 4K. Solid. It's good. It's good. And you can use the lens it comes with here. It'll work. It'll be fine. Unless you want to upgrade it, of course. So yeah, really long drawn out there, but I mean, hopefully those of you guys that are interested in cameras, you can look at those if you want to move on from a webcam, because webcam's good, but it's not. I don't know. It doesn't have all the nice quirks and features that a nice full-on camera has, like the versatility that it offers. I just got sent to me another webcam. I haven't done like a full test on it yet, but I have the Insta360. This is a super tiny camera too. I haven't gotten the full-on tested yet. Let's see if we can zoom in. Zoom in. Doesn't want to focus on it. Yeah. I have this Insta360 link. It's a small little cute thing. It's like, I think it's $300 though. Let me see. I think it's $300, but it's been a very talked about camera recently, or webcam. It's not that one. Yeah, it's this one here. Yeah, Insta360 link. So yeah, it's a bit of expensive for a webcam, but yeah, it has like AI tracking. You know, it's really solid. It's a really solid webcam. But yeah, something else that you can look at. But if you have all those things, yeah, you can set up a just talking or a gaming stream. Well, you need the capture card next. I think I kind of talked about capture cards enough in this stream. If you go back, you can see all the capture cards that I mentioned earlier in the video. Any of those will do you well with your computer. Alrighty, let's see. What else we got here in chat? How do I stream my tablet screen to Streamlabs mobile? Which kind of tablet do you have? I mentioned a couple apps earlier in the stream. My number one that I'd recommend for everybody to use is the Duon app. This was outstanding. When I tested it, it does cost a yearly fee, $10 a year. $10 a year for perfect mobile video stream to your computer that you can add into OBS or Streamlab. Like, I think it is beyond worth it. Like, again, guys, I know it costs something, but you're getting like damn near perfect quality for your for your setup, for your videos, for your streams. Which, if you think about it, you have to think really big picture here. $10 versus what you might be making monthly streaming your content or recording content. You could probably be making tenfold instead of going through the headaches of stuff that doesn't work. I know I'm trying to sound like a salesman right now, but it's true. Do you want something that works perfectly, or do you want something that's kind of, it's not going to be that reliable, and it might make you pull your hair out, and you're not going to be able to make any sort of decent content? The only free thing I can recommend to you would be LensView, or was it LensView? I think it was LensView. And that can allow you, because I had a person in the stream earlier ask about this. I probably forgot what the heck the freaking name of the thing was again. I thought it was the LensView app. What the heck? My brain, bro. LensView app, mobile phone, something. All right, somebody in the chat's gonna have to remind me what the heck this was. I thought it was LensView or Lens something. Or Let's View. No, Let's View. It was Let's View. Yes, it was Let's View. Yeah, so this platform is completely free, and I think it's like probably the second best thing. It's mostly reliable. Sometimes it would freeze or like, you know, kind of get blotchy at times, but very, very rarely. This did a solid job. So if you want something that will work for your tablets on Android or iPhone and put it onto Streamlabs, you know, via a window capture source, this will do the job for you. Honestly, it'll be fine. You want to stream your Xbox games to YouTube using a tablet? Since you're bringing in the moons. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can definitely do that. You're going to have to use remote play, though. Use remote play. So if you're not looking to use your computer setup and you're just looking to use your tablet like by itself, then yeah, you can use remote play, and then you can use something like Omelet Arcade if you want. For recording, there would be Glip. What's another good streaming one I'd recommend besides Omelet Arcade? Oh, Prism Live Studio or the Streamlabs app. Yeah, you can use either of those, and those will work well for you. Just like start up your remote play session on your Xbox, and then, you know, boot up the stream on like Prism Live Studio app or Streamlabs app to record your screen. And on Android, it works pretty well because with Streamlabs, you can even add in like your overlays and stuff, and it works pretty well on Android. Yeah, Omelet's a good choice. It's not a bad choice at all. Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, Omelet's a good one. Prism Live Studio, Streamlabs, those are all decent to use. Just start up your remote play session on Xbox on your mobile device and just record it. Anybody having problems with OBS 28 just updated it and it crashes? I have OBS 28. I've had it for a while. It doesn't crash. We should be on OBS 29 now. That should be the most recent version of OBS. Yeah, the most recent release is 29.2. Are you having problems with 29.2? Because if you're on OBS 28, try going to 29 and see if that works. Yep, anytime 7. I got you, bro. Yeah, try to go to 29, dude. What's good, R1? How's it going, bro? Welcome to the stream, bro. Good to see you again. How can I record your what? In full screen? Your Mac, maybe? I don't know what you're saying there. Oh, Minecraft. Oh, it works in window only and in OBS. Please show high recording settings for OBS right now. Okay. Oh, MC's mic. Yeah, I got you. So it should work as a window capture if you're doing it full screen. If you have it like, I mean, no matter how you have it up as a window capture, you should be able to record it in full. It should work. I don't play like the exact Minecraft that you're using, like on your computer or something, but it should work just via window capture. If you guys want to do high quality, gotta raise the bit rate up. But your computer has to handle it too. Just because you want to do high quality doesn't mean you're gonna be able to do high quality. But let's assume that you have a computer that can handle a high quality. Base canvas, first off, that needs to be set. Thank you, Geoffrey Sage, for subscribing. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, first off, you're gonna need to have your base canvas set to 1920 by 1080 if that's what you want to record in 1080p. Let's go with 60 FPS, totally fine. So yeah, if you do that, your base canvas is set. Next, you can head over to your regular video settings, and this is going to be for, I would say you're going to probably record. If you're going to record, you can do that. That's totally fine. But when you get to the bit rate, well, first off, I would put the bit rate type, which is like the rate control method. Just put it at constant bit rate. That'll keep your bit rate really stable while you're filming. And then below that, once you actually get to your bit rate, for 1080p 60 FPS, you're honestly, like, at least for recording, you can set this thing really to as high as you want. The higher you set it, the better quality you're gonna have, to a point. So like you can go with like 15,000 to 20,000. You're gonna have really sharp, nice quality with that bitrate setting. If you're using CPU or if you're using your graphics card. If you're using a graphics card, that'd be preferred because not all the CPUs can handle those high bit rates and high profiles that you're setting to it. And in Patatra's case, if you're lagging, then you're gonna need to lower your bit rate and maybe even lower your base canvas. Those are some of the issues that can come with having like your bitrate too high. And you could also be lagging because you're on your X264 encoder, which is just your CPU. So if you can set it to a hardware encoder or your graphics card, whether that's an NVIDIA or AMD, that's the best place to put your load from streaming and recording. So that way your CPU is good and you're not going to get the lag unless you're really hammering your graphics card. But I know a lot of you guys don't have those dedicated graphics cards, so you are putting everything on your CPU. And integrated graphics is also on the CPU. That's not dedicated. Dedicated is something, it's a separate component from the CPU. So if you see a hardware encoder, just make sure it's actually like the separate hardware encoder, not something that's part of the CPU. It should say AMD or NVIDIA or whatever your graphics card is. That's what the hardware encoder should be. But if you have everything on your CPU, man, it's definitely gonna lag. it's hard in that case. Which, like, the big thing with the CPU, if you have no other option, is the encoding preset speed. So most of the time, it's usually gonna just be at faster. Usually at faster, but you can set it to be like up to ultra fast or super fast. But your footage is going to be a little blurrier. If you want it to be less blurry, then you're going to have to knock that down to, let's say, fast. But most of the time, you should be able to keep it at just like faster. Faster should be fine for you. But if you're lagging, you're going to have to cut that down, and it also lower the bitrate. If you're doing good, you want to increase your quality, you're not experiencing any lag, increase your bitrate, and then you can lower the speed of your encoding preset for X264. Please show your settings. I wish I could show all this. Like, okay, I'll show you what I have right now for my settings. I can totally do that. These are my settings. Bada boom, bada bang. This is for streaming. It's also, I'm just using the stream encoder for recording. I typically don't like necessarily doing that, but this is just for streaming. I don't, like, if I record using this, I'm usually not doing both at the same time. I probably could in the future, like for getting highlights and clips and stuff like that. I'm kind of experimenting with that stuff on the macOS side. But for my straight up streaming settings, this is what I'm using. I'm using my hardware encoder. It says AMD. Setting to the YouTube streaming preset, which is fine. The big thing here is the bit rate. I have mine at 5,500. This is because it's for streaming. For recording, yes, you can set it much higher because you're just recording. But streaming, most streaming platforms can only ingest up to a certain amount of bit rate that you're pushing through. Like, especially with Twitch, they have some limitations set. Like, I think 6,000 or something is the limit on Twitch or whatever. But on YouTube, you can push out a lot more, but there's really no point of me pushing out a high amount. It's really not necessary. So I just stick it with 5,500, which is done fine. You can see the stream quality that you're looking at right now. It's all right. But don't have bit rates that are like 2,000, 1,500 or less than that. Like, it's going to look terrible. Now, this might not look like what you have because you might be using the X264. I can't switch my stuff right now because I'm live. I might be able to pull it up in like Streamlabs, possibly. I don't know. I don't trust opening that right now because it could break something on stream. But yeah, X264, you're gonna see the encoding speed, the preset for the encoding speed, which is something to keep in mind. What cheap LED lights do you recommend? Gouvet's pretty good. They have some decent lights. I can't think of the price off the top of my head. That's why we use Amazon here. Gouvet has a lot of stuff though. So if we just type in Gouvet, and they're relatively reliable. Like the LED lights you see behind me, all those lights are from Gouvet. Like all of these lights. I control it with an app on my phone. But yeah, let's check out some Gouvet lights, eh? I wouldn't say these are necessarily cheap, but the bulbs aren't too bad. What is this, like a pack of 4 for 40 bucks, like $10 a light if you want LED, but they're just light changing bulbs. It's not really, I wouldn't necessarily call it they're RGB lights. They're not LED. This is LED. That is LED. 20 bucks for the light strips here. It's not bad. I know Philips also has some good lights, but I think they're a little more. 20 bucks. I'd recommend Gouvet. Like, they haven't failed me light strip wise for LEDs. Like, I could even put those up on the ceiling if I wanted to. If you really want to go that route, you can. There's some other option here. I haven't used this one. 10 Miro. And there's Gup Up. There's some cheaper ones here, and they have good reviews. You could definitely go for it. I'm just kind of telling you what I've used and what I trust. And that's definitely Gouvet or Lifex. Lifex is definitely more expensive, though. Light strips and bulbs. Yeah, so for bulbs, actually, like, I know this is kind of contradictory, but I don't recommend Gouvet for the bulbs. I've had a lot of their bulbs, like, stop working, and I have to, like, reset it, and it's super annoying if I have to do it before I stream. My Lifex bulbs have only failed, like, once, and I've had to reset it. But that was really my router or something. There was some sort of disconnect between Lifex and my router, and it all messed up. So I'm not gonna put that failure on Lifex. But like, I really like Lifex bulbs. I like the app that they have that comes with this. It's really solid, but it's very expensive. So I mean, you can go with something like Gouvet, or I think Philips as well. Philips, fun fact, you can actually use Philips lights with your Stream Deck, which is really cool. So if you have an Elgato Stream Deck, these are kind of good. These are fun to use. They might be specific lights that you have to use, though. I'm not exactly sure if the exact lights, because I don't use Philips. But I know you can control your lights with the Stream Deck, but with Philips lights, specifically Philips lights. Let's see if I type in Stream Deck if I get the specific lights. Maybe these lights, probably these lights, but they're so expensive, guys. I wouldn't buy these. Heck no. I don't care if it works with my Stream Deck. I can stay there. But Gouvet, it's okay. Like I said, it disconnected a few times. But yeah, the light strip seems to be a little bit easier. Let's see if there's any other better options here that might be that I could recommend you. There's a lot of like funny brands that have popped up since I was in the market for lights. Like, I don't know, you could trust them or you could test them if you want. I don't know, I'm weary, to say the least. I would rather go something with that's a little more trusted. Like, there's so many options. Like, I don't know, I don't trust these. If it were me, bro, I'd go with Lifex. And if Lifex is too much, go with Gouvet. But Lifex and Gouvet are on the same price from what I saw. So, dude, I would just go Lifex, man. Just go Lifex. Do yourself a favor. I think these are nice. They're relatively affordable. 40 bucks for. I mean, they're a little expensive. So, like, you can go with Gouvet as well. But yeah, I really like Lifex. I like Lifex. Yeah, I'm still accepting questions in the forum. We got some more questions in the forum. I know a lot of you guys have been putting them in the chat here, which is totally cool. Let me look through if I haven't answered some of these questions. Can you use Xbox Series S as a normal PC? No. Absolutely not. Oh, these are some good questions. Some of these I want to do a little more research on, to be honest. I see your question here, Taser. Let's give it an answer. Could you make a dedicated video on adding the chat thing on your screen and other overlays that can make your streams more fun to watch? I could. This was a video I was kind of considering, but I didn't decide to go for it because the video I would have done is like how to use the overlays from like some like a place like own.tv, because I have graphics packs for those, and then you can add like the specific stuff in. But I've kind of decided to table that one and didn't want to go with it because most people, at least on my channel, and they're searching this stuff up, they're just looking to get the fundamentals down of their setup, and if they want to have the graphics, they can. But I did cover that stuff in like my OBS beginners tutorial, like how to add chat in and graphics if you have them. I covered it there. Thank you so much for coming through, Cyan, and hanging this whole stream. I know this was a long one, especially for me just yapping. I appreciate it, bro. We'll have some more streams coming up very, very soon. Next week, we got the PSVR, so we got to do a stream with that. I got to figure out how we're going to make that work, but it'll be fun. Yeah, no problem, dude. And you can always ask me directly if you want. There's definitely a lot you could do with this one, but I don't know. I didn't see the high view and value potential, but I know some folks are interested in it for sure. I just it was hard for me to say, yeah, let's do this one. But it was something I considered, though. Maybe I'll put it back on the docket. We'll think about it. It's still on my list. I just haven't, decided like it was like a good thing to do. I'd have to figure out how to make it interesting. Like maybe like making custom graphics, not just taking graphics from some other place and throwing them in. Because that's just like, because all it is a link. Like for this chat stuff right here, all it is like a Streamlabs link from the chat box. The chat bot widget. The chat widget. And I can show you that on stream too. Not the link itself, because y'all will steal the link to the chat box. Yeah, all widgets. Yeah, I should be able to show you guys this. See, Streamlabs has like a whole bunch of widgets you can use. So really for this, it's as simple as finding the widget that you want to use. So in this case, it is the chat. Oh, they have a chat. It only works for Twitch. That is beat. I'm trying to get rid of this Twitchit thing I have because it's flaky. But yeah. Goodness. See, this is the chat box right here. You go here, scroll down a little bit, and this is exactly what it is. So as long as you're logged into the account that's associated with where you want the chats to come from, all you gotta do is press the copy button here. Press that copy for the link. Go into Streamlabs. Not Streamlabs. I would just go into OBS because Streamlabs, it's already built in. You don't need to copy this link for Streamlabs because the widget's there already. But for OBS, you just need to add it as a browser source. And that's exactly what I've done to make the chats show up over here. Yep, that's all I need to do. But I think to make the video probably interesting, I'd probably do like more custom stuff. But that's like not necessarily my wheelhouse completely for custom overlays and building those out. And I thought that like doing a video just throwing other overlays in might be a little too simplistic. So yeah, it's good to incorporate in other videos. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm not a PC gamer, so I'm not going to speak to that one, Seven. I won't give a recommendation for cheap keyboard and mouse. I have a keyboard and mouse, obviously, but it's nothing special. It's just a generic, random keyboard I found on Amazon. It's nothing special. And it's something that I could totally say I recommend or not recommend, because I don't use keyboards. I don't use mice. I use this one for my streams and like just for regular work and streaming. What is this? Titanium? I think it's a titanium, my wireless mouse, but it's not for gaming. If you're gaming, you better use something wired if you want the the best advantage in your games. I'm just saying. What mic do I use? The Elgato Wave 3. It's a great mic, probably the best out there on the market. Thank you, the great D-Star. I appreciate the $10 super chat. They do have a question. How do you capture my audio in Discord? We gotta have the jiggle jiggle.
For sure, make you wanna dribble dribble.
You know.
Riding in my fear, you really have
Yo,
to
thank you, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
How to capture my audio in Discord using a chat link on a Elgato 4K60 S Plus in standalone mode.
Yeah, the Elgato 4K 60 S Plus. That's the beefy boy, ain't it? Ooh, yes, it is. That is the beefy boy. So, standalone mode, not 100% sure on the standalone mode stuff. But I'm going to take a look at this capture card in a little granular detail here. At least it's feature set. Because it looks like it has a line in. It looks like it has a line in. I'm looking at it right here. See this in? And I think by standalone, you're probably getting not with a computer. Like it by itself. So when you're recording without the software or any of that together. So, okay. I haven't used this capture card hands-on before. I know a little bit about it based off of just information I've read and videos I've seen about it. But if it works the way that I'm thinking it does, and it may or may not work this way, but it's worth a test to see if you can get your chat link to work. But if you plug in the chat link into this device, standalone, I would imagine it should be able to switch automatically. Now, if it doesn't switch automatically, then you may need to hook this up to the computer and then switch it manually to the analog, to the line in port to get it to work. And you can let me know if that actually does do the trick. But I feel for something like this, it should be able to pull in that analog audio the way that you want. Now, you're trying to talk about your audio yourself, so I'm assuming you're meaning like your voice to come through also in your clips, correct? So looking at this device, it has the HDMI in, it has the HDMI out, but it doesn't look like it has a port for plugging like a microphone or something into it. This is a port for power, which you'll probably need power to this big device at all times. And the other USB is hooking up with your computer. So you can't like put a microphone into it somewhere. Not even, well, you could potentially put a microphone in it here with one of those like lav type mics that have a 3.5 millimeter, but then you're not getting your gameplay with the chat link. Like you can't have multiple input sources with your HDMI, which, well, I have never met Mr. Beast. Maybe one day, you never know. But yeah, you can't have multiple sources of audio with this thing. And that's kind of like the challenge. So what I would do in this situation, if I truly needed my voice audio, is that I can record it separately. I can record it with a mobile phone or with a microphone plugged into like another device, such as a computer or whatever. And then I can record everything that I need audio-wise, commentary. From a game capture perspective, if I had to use a chat link, you gotta plug it into this line in. That'll get you at least your chat audio to come through. In Discord is gonna be audio off the computer. So you're talking about like 3 different things that are gonna have to be hooked up. And to use it without a computer to get Discord to come through won't really be a thing right now because you have to use a computer. PS5 doesn't have the support just yet. Beta users have it, but that'll be something that'll come down the line. So that's something to be excited for once we get Discord integration on PlayStation. If you use PlayStation, of course, you might use something else. You might be on PC. I'm not sure what you're using exactly, but that's how I look at this. It's a tough one because standalone, usually means you're going to just be recording gameplay by itself most often than not, unless the device comes with a like a microphone input, but this thing just does not have it, because line in's just really going to be for your chat link, and that doesn't come with your audio. It doesn't come with voice audio, so I just have to use a separate mic plugged into the phone or whatever. It's a tough one, but I hopefully that is able to answer your question a little bit with this type of device. Discord is just not going to be a thing right now. It's just not possible until we get an update like on consoles to support it. Xbox, you can do it. You can include that chat, and you can have it come through the chat link cable and all that if you want it. Oh, thank you again for the $10 super chat, bro. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm trying to help you out here a little bit. I haven't had hands-on with this capture card, but I know like these standalone things can be a little bit wonky. So it picks up your audio, but it's low, and it picks up the party Discord. Yeah, the low party audio is a consistent issue with ChatLink, which is why I just don't use it, and I recommend to other people to not use it. It's not reliable. It's not good. Like, it's just not great. I know for Xbox, you kind of have limited options microphone wise, like at least for chatting with people, because you can't even plug a USB mic into the Xbox, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, when it comes to the chat link, it's just going to have low audio because that's the audio that's going into your ears. It's the same audio source essentially that's being recorded that you're hearing, and if you want to have that max volume, you're gonna have to crank it up to the max. Like the reason why HDMI is always the loudest and louder than the chat link is because you're getting the full brunt of the audio, that you're getting the full audio quality out of HDMI versus the chat link. You're not getting the full quality there because you have to reduce it so you don't have your ears blown out, which sucks. But there's no way on this device to be able to raise that audio up. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen, unfortunately. But luckily with the Xbox, you can have multiple outputs. HDMI is automatically recorded. And as long as you have in your audio settings to record on both, both HDMI and through the headset for chat, you'll at least get party chat to come through that way. Won't work the same for game chat, but party chat, you'll at least be good. And you have Discord on Xbox, luckily. So Discord and party chat should be good. You should be good with that. But yes, it's going to be low. It's going to be low. So yeah, in that case, you have all those things together. Just the commentary audio is going to need to be recorded on a separate device like your phone. You can even use a USB mic and have a converter to plug into either your Android device or your iPhone, whatever phone you have, and you can use any USB mic with your phone and get that nice, good quality commentary. You'll have to kind of lug that stuff around, but it'll work. It'll work, and that'll have all the pieces that you need together. You'll have everything at that point, my mans. Use a Behringer. Actually, I haven't heard of this. Let's check this out. I'm imagining this would be like an intermediary. The thing is, like what I would typically do with the chat link, even on a computer, is you can boost it on the computer with a filter. There's a gain filter in OBS that you can add to boost the chat link volume, so you don't have to use other types of hardware. Like you don't necessarily need to use this to amplify the audio. Like, yeah, you could. But I guess in his case, it could potentially work if it can go in between the his controller and the capture card. But I think that might be a bit much, possibly. Oh, software needed? Yeah. Then that won't work. Yeah. So Yeah, in this case, it'll work for computer setup, but yeah, not for not having a computer. Because what this capture card can do is that it can record without having to be connected to a computer, which is why it has this SD card slot. Oh, no software needed. No software needed. Okay, then that works. That could potentially be something to check out so that he doesn't have to use anything. I haven't used that, so you could probably elaborate on it a little more than me, obviously. Yeah, audio engineering equipment is definitely expensive. This looks like the one here, or this one. If it has those connectors, I don't know how that would hook up. Can it be computerless though? Do you have to have a computer? This is pretty new. Let's see if a computer is like totally necessary, because he's not going to be able to have to use a computer with this. This is pretty new. You have this one. I see some pictures of people using this thing. See, I'm learning stuff from you guys too. I want to see some like pictures of this in action or something. It's gonna be a heck of a lot of cables, man.
It's a four output headphone amplifier, and it wasn't really clear in the product description exactly what the back looks like, but I can tell you that it's basically it's 5 quarter-inch.
That's audio's not coming through for the stream for this. Ooh. Yeah, this is yep. It's that kind of equipment. So yeah, input and then an out. I wonder what like the full use case with this before. Says it comes out of the computer with an 8-inch, yeah.
And then I basically got 4 ways to come out of here. One is going out to my big power amp.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so it's
The other's going to an actual set of headphones. The third one I leave as an auxiliary. So if I want to
yeah, it's like a multi-output device. So like you can pull out audio from the channels that you're inputting and then amplify it. So you can output essentially from one of these, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and pull it to your capture card and then just raise up the gain. Yeah, that works. That works. That works. Yeah. I think HDMI still makes more sense, but I know there's like issues with like the chat getting split up and all that stuff. So yeah, if you have no recourse, yeah, I think this could work the Great D-Star whenever it's back in stock. But it could work. That's a good, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Al. Yeah, that's decent. That can definitely work. That can definitely work. Thank you guys for over 50 likes on the stream. 56. Holy cow, that's crazy. We are just vibing tonight, aren't we? No, I mean, that's just a hardware device, so it wouldn't be in the software. As long as it's not like some drivers or something isn't required. I didn't see that was the case. Like, here's the thing that it's saying. It just says you can use this super compact stereo amplifier headphone. Practically all headphones, 4 of them of the same time to be exact. For example, you can let up to 4 different people in your. Yeah, this is great for like podcasts and stuff. Yeah, to be recording made, and each Listener can determine his own volume. Yep. Output level controls for high stereo amplifiers. So really all he needs is one. Like if it just had one input and then one output and then the mixer to push it up higher, and you'd be good. You might need a converter though for the output for the stereo. I can't tell what the heck the output is here for the stereo thing, but you might need an adapter to convert it from the stereo output to like a 3.5 millimeter. It's definitely going to take some cables. It's going to take some cables, man. But that's an option. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're happy to help the Great Star. We're happy to help. I know that is a tricky setup. That is a little tricky. Well, won't this raise your audio up though? It says like level 1, level 2, level 3. Won't that be able to like raise it from whatever it is? Because he needs to have the recordings louder. Yeah. Yeah, so he'll need those same. This would probably be like a $60 setup of cabling. Like you got to raise the volume on the actual output. The output needs to be raised up. So technically that would be for him, but like one of the outputs would just be to the capture card that can be raised. So it could work that way still. Shout out the 7-1 Nation. You just got to shout out this stream, man. Oh, yeah, it could. I mean, now, has it gotten hot for you? It doesn't seem like that's an issue for many people. That people are loving this device. It has a lot of good reviews. Like, this is superb for podcasts. Like, have this little thing in the background. It'd be really good. Everybody hears the same audio. Pretty good. Yeah. That's good. It doesn't get hot. I mean, it's just passing audio through, so it shouldn't be too crazy. Nothing too crazy. All right, I think there's one more question in the forum here. Actually, there was another that I had skipped over, but I'll answer this one first. This one's from P03T1C. Stream off my PS5 on Twitch and was told to use Lightstream for no capture card setup. Does that work? Can I still configure alerts? Great question. This one is actually on my docket to test. I haven't fully tested Lightstream. I've read about it. I've looked at their website, but I haven't like hands-on tested it with PlayStation 5. But supposedly this is the only thing that I know of that is supposed to work. So I would give it a shot. I want to test it thoroughly before I give you guys any like my feedback on it, but it seems like it's a good tool that it works well. It offers more than Streamlabs console does, because Streamlabs console only works for Twitch, but Lightstream works for Twitch on Xbox, but Lightstream works on Xbox and PS5, which is cool. But just the way that you output is a little bit different. I want to test this though. It's on my list of videos to actually do. I'm not going to spoil exactly what the video is going to be, but it's going to be an interesting one. It's for those users out there that have no other options for streaming. Like they can't use OBS, they can't use Streamlabs, but they can use Lightstream. That's what the video is going to be about. Yeah, that is a good question about Lightstream. I want to test it thoroughly. Like I haven't done it yet. It's on my list to do. I really want to see if we can like push Lightstream to its limits, see what's missing. Because even with Streamlabs console, I told them stuff that they should add to this thing to make it better. And I'd love to speak with the Lightstream guys and see if we can work out something for a video, or I can just test it on my own. But I'd love to just try to fully test it like for free if I can as a creator. So I'll look into this one, guys, and we'll have a video to come on it sometime soon. There was another question in here. Ooh, this is a good question. Is it wise thing to have a second channel, or can I just use this my same stream channel to play COD or any other game, since my community on my main channel is a GTA subscribers? I like, if you stream on a regular basis, like not just sporadically, or your primary game is like Grand Theft Auto, and like you don't want to mix too hard. Like channels that are super successful, they're not gonna be streaming like another type of game a lot when their audience base is from another game. Like if you did Call of Duty once in a while, like on the rare occasion, it's fine. It's not a big deal. But if you're streaming Call of Duty like all the time, plus mixing a whole bunch of GTA content, it just becomes kind of messy, and you don't have like a structured type of content. So I would probably make another channel for Call of Duty stuff personally, instead of mixing it all Caribbean vibes. That's what I would do, because it's just too much. It's too messy. And the GTA people won't want to watch the Call of Duty stuff, and the Call of Duty stuff will flop, and it's gonna suck, you know. So grow a channel that's just focused on COD. That's totally okay. It's totally all right. Have some focus there. Unless you're already big time. If you have hundreds of thousands of subs already, it probably doesn't really matter. Because there's people like Chris Move who posts like a whole bunch of different types of games, but he's already big. He's established. So it doesn't matter. Like so a lot of his videos aren't going to get a lot of views because they're not related to one thing. So like, it is what it is. But the smart thing to do is to have different channels. How to only stream one game. You don't always have to stream that one game forever. Like, yes, you can mix in other games, but you got to have a primary game. And this is probably why I don't have like a specific gaming channel that I run, because it's like I don't want to stick with one game. Like I stream here, I'll stream, a variety of games every so often, but it's not all the time. I keep it focused on the tech stuff, and any streams that I do that are not related to tech stuff or like helping you grow your channel or something like that, then I just unlist it. Like it's not a part of the channel fully. It is technically, it's in a playlist that you can always watch, but I keep those things as their own entities as much as possible. But like if I was streaming like all the time, yeah, it makes sense to have like a streaming channel for gaming, have a gaming channel. Like on Twitch, you could probably get away with that more. Like I definitely see it a little bit more frequent where people stream a variety of games on like their Twitch. Sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. Kind of same thing with YouTube. If you have multiple channels, it's tough because like one game like all the time, oh my God. But you're trying to make content, you're trying to build a community around that game. As soon as you start mixing in a whole bunch of games, especially if they're not in the same category, it's different if it's like a multiplayer game versus like a single player role-playing game. Like if it's a role-playing game, you can't make one type of content around that one game forever. You could do it for a while, but eventually things are going to get kind of phased out. Like once you've kind of discovered everything. The lights have been bothering my eyes. I do have astigmatism. How'd you know? I hope my eyes aren't like messed up or something. Oh gosh. Have you upgraded any of your gaming setup, and what is it? That is to come this week. I have 2 new videos that are actually done. They are finished. They are ready to go. I just need to render them and upload them. And one of those videos is the setup of 2023. This it was created a little bit differently than my other setup videos. This one's a little bit more like commentary based, but I still think it's really cool and pretty engaging as well. So check it out when it drops later this week. I haven't updated a whole lot of stuff. I am planning on making like a major change with my computer soon. I really want to get the M2 Pro or Max MacBook, and then eventually get a gaming PC. Like down the road. I don't think it's super necessary for me right now with the type of content that I do and what I need computer wise. But that is something I really want to get. So then I'll be perfect. I'll have my M2 Max, probably M2 Max, M2 Pro, and my gaming PC. I got the best of both worlds. We are chilling. We are chilling. And that'll be like the ultimate stream setup. That'll be a little bit of ways away right now. But right, you know, as it pertains to what I have at the moment, no major computer upgrades. This 2017 MacBook Pro has served me so well. I know in the tech space, it's great to, like, especially if you're really into it, upgrade every 3 to 4 years, kind of at a minimum. This is at its 6th year for this 2017 MacBook Pro, but it still runs so well. Like, editing could be a little better. I can't go 4K yet, which is why I want to go get that upgrade like now. But for the time that has elapsed, this thing has served me well. It's been great. There has been no real reason to spend all that extra money to get an upgrade. Like, yeah, I could to stay in the loop and relevant with certain things, but with the type of content that I do, it wasn't fully necessary. It really, really was. This computer was doing the job on the streams. It was doing the job on the editing. I was still able to show certain things with updates and upgrades and operating systems. And then, the computers that I did buy, I returned. Like that M2 MacBook Air. Oh my God, that was such a good machine. I was just like, oh my God, I really want to keep this computer. But I was saying to myself, the M2 Max is going to come out soon. Send it back. It's fine. It doesn't have the big screen size that I want. Send it back. It's okay. So I live with that. I'm being patient. But it's just now that the computer is kind of starting to wear it down a little bit. But even for this stream, it's fine. I am running Windows on Boot Camp. I don't know how much better or worse it would be on the Mac side. I don't really play with that too much, only for recording. But my recordings have been kind of janky recently in OBS. I haven't mentioned it to anybody. Like, you guys are first to hear about it right now. But what I mean by janky is that the footage itself is fine. Like, it's smooth, it's normal, good quality. But like the file type or something is off. Like, I throw it in my editing software, and like as soon as it hits my OBS recordings, I get a video playback errors and frame drops. Like, it'll go through, but I can't even see what I want to edit, which is a big pain. It's really annoying. I'm gonna try to do a full uninstall of OBS. I'm gonna have to remove all the plugins. I'm just gonna completely wipe everything and then bring it back in on the Mac side and see if my recordings are fixed. But it's very weird. I don't know if it's like the encoding of the recording. I'm troubleshooting it now, but Streamlabs recordings are fine. So, but keep in mind, OBS is always ahead of Streamlabs because Streamlabs is built off of OBS. So all the updates that OBS gets comes down later for Streamlabs. So I don't know what's going on. I might need to revert to an older OBS version. I don't know what is the deal, but I'm looking at that. Kind of crazy. You're getting a blank screen with audio when I stream on Twitch with OBS. Am I doing something wrong? Blank screen, man. I know those are always horrible. So you're seeing things fine in like your editing, like your OBS or whatever. It seems fine there, but then when you look at Twitch, it's like nothing. That's very, very strange. Because whatever you see in OBS or Streamlabs, that's what should be in Twitch. Yes, we are still live, Jet. We are still live and going strong. After midnight. It is after midnight. The Illuminator, from my understanding of what you should get in a PC, I would go for anything at a minimum. If you're looking for like budget, I would go like i5 or Ryzen 5 on the AMD side. Dedicated graphics card of some sort. I'm not going to say get like the 3070 or something like that. Like you don't even need that for the type of motherboards and CPUs that you'll have in like i5s or Ryzen 7s technically. But you can definitely get like anything NVIDIA like 1650. That's okay. It's fine. I have a whole list here actually on Amazon. Link in description below as well that you can check out. But it's just a store of the type of computers that I'd recommend you get. You guys, of course, don't have to buy anything here. This is just more so as a guide for PCs that you can get. And I would stay anywhere within the specs that are listed within a lot of the computers that I have noted here. So you can click on one, for example. This one has the Ryzen 5 that I just mentioned. It has a 1660, a little better than the 1650 that I mentioned. Like anything NVIDIA, like in that range is fine. Even like the 20s and 30s are fine too if you see graphics cards that look like that are in that range. But if you spend anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 within these sort of spec guidelines, you'll be getting something decent. Are you going to be running your games at the maximum? Maybe not. You might want to get something a little more powerful, like a Ryzen 9 or an i9 or something like that. And maybe a 3070 or whatever. Yeah, 3070. That might do you better if you're looking to run your games more at a max performance level, but have a budget between $1,000 and $1,500. Within those spec ranges that I mentioned, you'll be getting something pretty decent. This one has a 3060 in it, and it's only like $1,000. That's why I said you could get decent stuff for not too much money. And it has an i5 hexa-core. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. 6 cores. You'll be fine. You'll be able to run your games. You'll have fun. 5,000. There might have been one in here that said 5,000. I try not to put too many expensive items in here because it's not necessary unless you really are doing something special. Yeah, I don't think anything here is for 5,000. There might have been there are other builds of computers that are more that can be listed out. This one has a Ryzen 7 3080. Yeah, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Just look at it. Like if you just focus on the right CPUs and in a decent graphics card, the rest should fall into place. I wouldn't worry too much about motherboards and those kind of things. Like unless you're building a custom PC, then you'll want to do a bit more research to make sure you're getting a good motherboard that's compatible with your CPUs and that take advantage of all the power. Like you don't want to get a crappy motherboard and then have this nice CPU and graphics card that can't even take advantage of all the power. All the components matter at the end of the day. So if you're going to build your own PC, just keep that in mind and make sure you do your research on that. But if you're going to get a pre-built, you can stay within these sort of ranges and zones for a decent computer. This one's a little bit more expensive, but I think you should probably get the point. Yeah, 5,000 would be crazy. What's Midnight's PC specs? Well, I'm running a MacBook Pro right here. Nothing fancy, man. Like I know I show a lot about these PCs, but I'm pretty conservative myself with PCs. Like I just don't want to drop all this money on computer parts when it's just not necessary for what I'm doing. Like it just makes no sense. Like I don't want to be a big consumerist. And if I do buy this stuff, it's probably just for a video or whatever, and I send it back. Like it's great. I love messing with it, but I don't need it. So it goes back. It goes back. Get out of here. Give me my $1,000 back. So yeah, what I use on my MacBook Pro 2017, I have an i7. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, 500 gigs of space, AMD Radeon 5600 Pro, 460, or oh shoot, what? I never remember the graphics card I have. It's a AMD Radeon 5. What's the one in the MacBook Pros? Goodness gracious. I'm trying to remember the exact spec name for it. Yeah, it's a 560. Yeah, here it is. MacBook Pro, AMD Radeon Pro 560. That's what I have. Yes. And it's worked for me well. This computer has been great for me. I can show you guys the computer in action, actually. Let me pull up my Epoch Cam. But the fact that this 2017 computer is still running like a charm, I love it. I love it. Like, you don't need anything super expensive, guys. Like, the value of this computer now, it's dropped like $1,500 since I purchased it. Like, it's depreciated like a mofo, but it's still like really good. Mobile cam. Let's see if it's working. No, wait, is that the wrong source I have that up here? Oh, it's deactivated. Wake up, Epoch Cam. Oh my goodness, my paid $8 for an app that doesn't want to function correctly. That's cool. All right, there we go. Now we're in it. Yep, here's the computer. That's my spec setup, guys. We're running Windows on Mac. A little bit of Inception there. Look at that. It's a Mac, but we're running Windows on here, which is nuts. Isn't that nuts? With boot camp. With boot camp. So, pretty cool. I love my setup. It's good. I think it is time for an upgrade though, because 2017 is like forever ago at this point. So I'm eyeing up the M2 Max. I'm eyeing it. I want to bite it almost. I might just bite it. I might just snatch it. Ooh, I really want it. I really, really want it. And I actually have a reason. Like you have to like logically have reasons in your mind that make sense for upgrading. And my reason is more space on my computer. 500 gigs is terrible. That's not enough space for anything. And I want to be able to push out 4K content on this channel. I have the camera to do it now, but now I need, thank you, 0x for subscribing. I appreciate it, bro. But now we need the computer to be able to handle editing a massive 4K project. This computer, it will absolutely not handle a massive 4K project. Like, and it's messing up my OBS recordings and stuff, which is a whole nother thing. But that's the big thing. Those are the big two things, really. And I'll probably just start doing my streams right off Mac. I could test using like Parallels or like a virtual machine for Windows to see how well that performs on Mac, on like the M2s. But yeah, we'll see. More to come with that. Is it dropping frames? It was probably just my computer for a sec. Another reason to upgrade. It shouldn't be. No streams, no frames dropped. It might have been the I don't know. Could have been the camera. It should be fluid now. Yes, new year, new me. Yes. You have a Zephyrus G14 gaming laptop with a Ryzen 9 and 3080 graphics, cost $1,500. Wow, that's a good price, my mans. So good, so good. You get a clap from me. This is why you waited out. You know the craze earlier. What was it, like 2 years ago? People were dying to get like a 3080, 3090 graphics cards, and they were paying so much for it, paying so much. And now they're much more affordable. I do wonder, are they like just available on Amazon now? My light might go off here because I have it hooked up to my PlayStation. Let's see if it goes out. I hope it doesn't go out. It's probably gonna go out. Oh, man, my light didn't go out. Cool. Only when I turn it on, it goes out. The graphics cards are still a lot. Oh, yeah, it went out. I spoke too soon. There we go. I kind of did some rewiring with my setup, so now my light's connected to my PlayStation. Yeah, and it just shut off on me. It's yeah. It's still like a lot, but like $1,000 is way better than 3,000. 100%. I'm not gonna lie with you there, because that's an absurd amount of money, man. That's an absurd amount. Goodness gracious. Like I could not have a good reason for spending that kind of money. Okay, I think we have one more question in the forum here. I had one question about desk setups, like what desks are best to use. I mean, for me, if I'm in the market for a new desk, I'm gonna get a standing desk because it's so versatile. You're gonna have to kind of finagle with the cable management situation because if your stuff just starts rising up, everything might get pulled apart. So you're gonna need to like mount your extension cords to like the bottom of your desk. But after that, you should be okay. But I would go for any like flat desk, honestly. Like Amazon, of course, has a good amount. I'm not specifically in the market for a desk right now. So I had a company reach out to me that were willing to send me a desk. Maybe I could have taken them up on their offer. But I just said, I don't know. I was gonna reach back out to them when I actually like had a bigger space for a full desk setup because I just don't have the room for all that right now. Soon enough, guys, your boy's gonna have like a legit studio with space and everything to have all these fun things. But you know, a desk like this is pretty good. It has pretty good reviews as well. Kind of cherry picked, but I think the big point here is that it's flat, it has space, it's wide, and that's what you want for a gaming desk. If you're gonna go standing, of course. This is a lot of money for $229. The desk that I have, which I honestly left that out in the setup video. I didn't say what desk I have, but I'll put it in the description of that setup video when it comes out later this week, so that'll be exciting. I'll make sure to include every little thing. But I bought a desk like this. It was like a 55-inch. I don't know if this is the exact one that I purchased. It looks like it. But like a desk like this is really nice for gaming because you have so much real estate, you know, to put all your gaming stuff on. So I mean, I like desks like these. I can't give like a specific brand though. I'm not like totally in the market, or I haven't been in the market for a gaming desk. Let's see what we get if we type in gaming desk. Yep, we're still going. We're still going, bro. Yeah, you have some gaming desks strictly meant for gaming. None of these like pop out to me. Homo I've heard a little bit before. I've heard of Homo. Homo. Yeah, I mean, none of these names really stick out to me, to be honest. I feel like this desk setup could fit like within a Asus or a Razer or HyperX setup. Man, that's wild. Look at that. All that leg room down there. I don't really like bars on my desk, but you can put your feet up on it, I guess. I got something that doesn't have that, but yeah. Any desk will do for your gaming setup, to be honest. As long as it can fit all your crap on the desk. Just make it fit. Just make it all fit. Maybe I'll do like a desk review someday and give you the deets of good desk. A whole desk review. Probably when I have more space in the studio. I don't really have that room to be putting a desk anywhere in this room because I like the desk I have. It's really good. It's just that black. It's a black long desk here. It has everything I need. Works for gaming, works for office, works for everything. It is all around perfect. All right, Let's answer this 16th question here in the forum. What are the best shorts to post if you do vids on Roblox? I am not a person that does Roblox, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. All right. I don't do Roblox videos though. Let's get that straight right now. I don't do Roblox, but I'll show you what you can do to give yourself some ideas for videos that you could do with Roblox. All right, so let's go to YouTube here. Let's just start off with like Roblox. Let's type that in and look at all the ideas we have right off the bat. Roblox story, Roblox heat, 20 bedroom wars. Like you could take any one of these, think of an idea, kind of flip it, and do a short for any of these things. Let's see. We type in Roblox shorts, and let's put an underscore here, and now we get Roblox edit trends. I mean, these aren't like super specific, right? Hackers, yeah, you could make an idea off of that. I don't know. You guys play Roblox. I don't play Roblox. Let's see. I want to see if we can get this working. We're gonna ask ChatGPT what are some good Roblox YouTube video ideas. Oh, I should have been specific, like give me 10 Roblox YouTube video ideas. I think like this is still like completely broken. But these are just general video ideas here. It's probably gonna spit out 10. Or okay, 7. Yeah, so you could take this as an idea, role playing. You gotta get creative with it, of course. Building and design. You can build stuff. What is something really cool and fun you could build? You know, you could think of that. Maybe new updates that are coming to the game. Any new updates, if you're on it like right away, you make a short out of it, that'll get so many views like so quickly. I also want to look up. Let me refresh. ChatGPT is like broken right now. Hold on. Roblox video, YouTube video ideas. Roblox video ideas for 60-second YouTube video. Give me 10 ideas. Use ChatGPT to your disposal, guys. I don't know a lot about Roblox, but I can find out some things to get into the space immediately. So whether or not it's from using like the YouTube search engine, by just typing in Roblox and then kind of seeing what is most relevant, you can even type in a letter like D. What are people searching up when they type in Roblox in the first letter D? They're typing in doors. What kind of doors are in Roblox, guys? Goodness. The hood. What? I know Roblox is like big for a lot of younger folks. So, I mean, that's cool. But this is how I would get some video ideas here. See, and now we have a nice little list here. 5 funniest moments in Roblox. How to build cool Roblox game in under 60 seconds. Roblox game. Interesting. Okay. The best Roblox game hacks. So like look up cheats or hacks. You can make shorts out of that. I'm sure people have found some already. You can look at those and then make your own perspective of that cheat or hack, if that's allowed. I'm not going to tell you to cheat or hack in a Roblox game. You did not hear it here. Avatar stuff. Yeah. I mean, who sent this question in? It was, yeah, JCJ. Hopefully that's able to help you, dude. Here's some ideas. Just screenshot this and then kind of look up these things on YouTube. See what other people have done. Kind of get some special ideas for yourself, and then try to make some shorts out of it. But this was specifically for a 60-second video, and I think these are some pretty good ideas. Yeah, rare items. I didn't even, yeah, rare. I mean, all games probably have a rare item, right? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, do a short on that. Like, what is one rare item that you can find that nobody else can find? You know, try to, yes, you can do, we could do it for Fortnite as well. Let's check out Fortnite. Fortnite, I'm more familiar with. And it'll probably make more sense to me. Top 3 rarest Fortnite Battle Royale skins and how to get them. Or if they're in a battle pass, that'll be like impossible. Most dangerous locations in Fortnite. Tilted Tower? But like me just looking at that point and thinking of Tilted, and maybe like I could think of an idea, okay, like how can I prove that this is like the most dangerous spot? Like, I don't know. You trying to get like a certain amount of kills there, or how many times do you die out of 10 times going there? You can make some cool ideas off of it. Yeah. It's very interesting. A lot of things you can do. Yeah, any tutorials are great for shorts. Anything that's exciting or rare, fun, interesting, you know, those are great for shorts. Just remember to, like, especially if you're talking over it, put those subtitles in the short so people can watch it without having the volume on while they're scrolling through their phone. That's always like a nice little touch to have. Good plus for sure. It's a good touch. Alrighty, guys. I think that is about it for me. We did a 3-hour stream today. 3 hours for this live stream. Thank you guys for popping through for this stream. It really means a lot. I think we had a lot of fun today. 2 videos to come out this week, so expect those. One's gonna come out tomorrow on this bad boy, this little thing, big thing, I guess you could say. It's the DualSense Edge. I know I'm kind of late to the party with that controller, but whatever. I'm still gonna post the video, and we'll see how it does. It's give it a thumbs up, show some love to it. We'll see how we can get it popping, and then I got the setup video later next week that's gonna come out, and then we got PSVR 2 we got to test, and I'd love to do a stream on it, and you guys can just laugh at me. It's gonna be hard for me to read chat, but we'll have some fun with it. We'll play some games. We'll see how it goes. You guys can enjoy me messing around with PSVR 2, as long as I get it on like Wednesday or whatever when it's supposed to come in. So that should be really, really exciting. But I hope you guys took something from this stream. If you enjoyed it, hit it with a big thumbs up. Helps the channel out a ton, and it lets me know you guys want to see more of these setup help streams, because we definitely can do more of them in the future, of course. I hope I was able to help you out here, of course, tonight. Shout out to all the people that stayed to the end. D-World, Steven, Century. We also got D-Money as well. Illuminator, Jet Impulse. Thank you guys for staying to the end. I want to give a big shout out to those of you guys that sent in the super chats as well, because that is just so kind of y'all, and I really, really, really appreciate it. If I go into... Here we go. Yeah, so thank you, General Davis, for the $2 super chat. Some Cyan Guy for the $2 super chat. Green Juice, my beautiful love, for the $3 super chat. The Great D-Star with the $20 in super chat. That's insane. Appreciate it so much. Thank you, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun this week with content. No more lulls. We're hitting a groove now. I can promise you that. That's just not me talking out my you-know-what. So, yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the video that's going to be uploaded. So definitely go show it some love when it drops. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys later. I am headed out of here. This stream will also be left live on the channel if you guys want to watch it back. For those of you guys that missed it, I'll see y'all in a future stream. So thank you for watching. Peace, guys. Have a good night. Let's go raid somebody. We're going to be raiding somebody, so stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. Peace.